Hello! Good morning, my nonsense nerds. We are back. You are listening to Non-Standard Action, and specifically the dulcet, if slightly stuffy, tones of your GM for this adventure, Tom. We are playing Paizo's Fly For Your Die Adventure Path, and today we are starting Book 3, Professional Courtesy. Sorry, I was very distracted because my windows on my monitors were just all out of whack. I didn't have anything set up the right way. It has been remedied. Today we are. Did I say that we're starting Book 3, Professional Courtesy? If not,
Yep.
We're starting. Good. Joining me today are my 5 players and friends: Jet, Liz, Leif, Nick, and Simon. Quick programming note before we get started. Last episode was during CritterCon, and many of you were truly generous with your donations of +1s, rerolls, and crits. As a result, we found ourselves with more than we could use during the episode. Since I am a kind and benevolent GM, I will be honoring these donated boons for this episode as well.
Ooh, kind of benevolent.
Yes,
yeah, we need to do more of those.
Yeah, right. After today, however, they are gone. So spend. Today's icebreaker question is: you've been kidnapped, and your kidnappers allow you to keep posting to social media to pretend everything is all right. What do you post to alarm your followers without alerting the kidnappers? So let's see. Who shall I start with? Let us defy the laws of how I normally do this. Leif, what does Catch post to social media to let everybody know that he has been kidnapped?
Probably posting. He's definitely posting a bunch of articles about why why gasoline engines are no longer the standard and why they should be forgotten in the past.
Yeah.
I think puppies and kittens for some reason. Just the idea that, like,
There's a bunch of cat videos too.
yeah,
There we go.
You don't like cat videos?
Hatch doesn't like
He would
cat
never
videos.
let anyone know he does.
You monster.
Well,
He's too cool for cat videos.
All right, let's go to Liz.
Yeah, look at me. I said that thing and then I didn't have anything ready for Auntie Nuna. Auntie Nuna doesn't have social media, which I realize is almost impossible. I mean, to imagine in the future, but she's just not the kind of person who, like, exists in public much. Maybe, like, her knitting groups, if she has some on, like, social media, that's what she would do. She would start posting, like, crochet patterns to her knitting groups and knitting to her crochet groups, because those two, it can sometimes doesn't mix.
Liz, I thought it was going to be like a pattern that at first glance from your captors is unrecognizable, but you have some serious followers in your knitting group and they knit it out. It says, "Help me, I'm kidnapped."
I love it. That one. That's the one. That's exactly what she does. And I came up with it all by myself.
Very good.
It's a team effort.
Yeah. How about Jet? What does Gus post?
He probably would post a bunch of articles about how food is merely fuel and it is merely a means to an end, and how, you know, the whole, like, comfort food thing is a myth and stuff like that.
For Soylent.
Very fitting.
Yeah, he'd start posting like pictures of Exo bars and stuff like that, you know, meal replacement bars.
Yeah. And then let's see who is next. I want to hear Simon.
Yeah, I think perhaps I think I'll go with Edgecore propaganda videos. You know, like the one that the whole series started with.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. And then last but not least, Nick.
I think probably Sloan just starts posting. She probably just, doesn't check her social media much. And being captured means that she finally has time to do it. So she's sharing all sorts of things and feeling like, what's wrong with Sloane?
Yeah.
Stewards are gonna figure out where she's at if she keeps posting this stuff. That's it. She just, starts posting things because the stewards will come and find her if she does.
That is very true. Yeah. I'll be like, oh wow. She started
Finally.
posting for the first
Our
time
big-
in like 15 years.
Our big break.
Yeah. Oh, this is our moment.
She forgot to turn off her location tags. What a fool.
Yeah. Rookie
The
mistake.
kidnappers would be very upset.
Ghost was
Would
to know
not-
if
it
that's
wasn't-
better.
It wasn't even friends that came and found her. It's like the stewards show up at their door.
Yeah. All right, good. So, before we get started with our episode today and the recap and all of that good stuff and getting on to book 3, we had an important note on one of our characters delivered to us by Liz. Liz, take it away.
So, I wanted to state that early on in Auntie Nuna's creation, like around the time I was writing like the second sentence of her background story, I decided that she was trans. And there are some elements of her background that made a really interesting and compelling story, and I want to keep her that way. And at the time, I was thinking about how some trans people I know in real life didn't figure out their identity until they were nearly in middle age. And I thought, like, what if part of the home that she found on the Sterling involved, coming to terms and embracing that part of her identity when she always felt like she had to deny it before, blah, 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 blah. But I made a mistake by not bringing this up when I introduced the character. I was nervous about the idea of playing a trans character since I identify as mostly cis, and that can be fraught. But I made a mistake by tying her gender identity in with the rest of her mystery, and that's the sort of thing that happens way too often in like mainstream media, where it turns into sort of like a gotcha, and it shouldn't be a gotcha, because trans people aren't tricking us or, pretending to be the gender that they're presenting. Trans people who are out are people who are able to finally be honest with the world. And especially since a lot of trans people don't get to grow old. I really wanted to play the kind of character who, she's an old lady, she's trans. In the Starfinder world that I think of, as I picture it, it's just another fact about her. Some people notice it, some people don't. It doesn't matter either way. Aside from, it matters that she's able to be authentic about herself. So, she's a little old lady. The story of who and what she was before is still part of her backstory, but it's not, I didn't want it to be a gotcha, and I didn't want to pull it like a Dumbledore was gay kind of thing. So, I'm staying it now, and I just wanted to get that out there. I figure different members of the cast may or may not notice it. I think that in the Starfinder world, how you present may matter, because that's what you're comfortable with and other people will understand the signaling. But I don't see Nuna as the kind of person who would have changed herself to try and pass. I think one day she was wearing a sweater that was more feminine than usual, and someone called her ma'am, and she realized how much that fit. So, sorry I haven't been telling her story right, but there we are. Done.
Thank you, Liz. Yeah. And so that is Auntie Nuna.
Yes.
So, Continuing, I last time on Fly Free or Die, some stuff happened. But instead of me telling you what happened just last episode, why don't I let Gus, or rather Gus's text history, tell it instead? Gus.
So I had this idea the other day, and I just sent it to Tom, and I didn't know that it was going to be a thing, but it's a thing now. So I'm picturing Gus in his cabin, sitting at a way too small desk, and he's got a holographic screen, and it's blue with like really almost white blue lettering. Think Doogie Howser typing in his journal at the end of the day. If you're familiar with that, if you're as ancient as I am.
I know who Doogie Howser was, but I don't think I ever actually watched an episode.
I'm sorry.
He
I have
journals at
nothing
the
for
end of every episode, and it was a blue screen with white text. And it was then him narrating a little bit about what his lesson that he learned was. And what you see before you is, at the top it says Barrett Sinclair Family Chat. Queued messages, because they're waiting to be sent until they're in system. And all of these are entries from Gus. It's like, Gus, hey all, we dropped off those necrographs, and now we're gonna wrangle some wild Defrex. How awesome is that? So I have an awesome drover outfit now. Picture here, Gus in his cowboy outfit.
So cute.
So a bounty hunter tried to murder us, but we beat him up real good, and then they suicided by grenade? Anyway, look at Marayoth, Mama Defrex, and the babies. Aren't they adorable? Picture here.
a swarm of bugs. The Defrex wearing a swarm of bugs like a coat.
They're
It's a hug?
Skittermanders that hunt normal Skittermanders for food. They tried to eat our employer on the Defrex job, but we saved them. Holy prog, some of the Defrex exploded. I flip-flopped the order of those, unfortunately. And our cargo bay malfunctioned, but we got it fixed, and wow, that was not
Very stream
fun.
of thought.
Yeah. Mama Defrex and the babies are okay, though. Picture here. Now the Vescarium wants to hire us. Wild! We're supposed to retrieve a bioterrorist? It's probably easier than it sounds, right? Plot twist! She was framed by a shadow faction of the Vescarium military. We agreed to help point the honorable members of the Vescarium on their trail while she escapes with Neva. You remember Neva, right? We had to fight other spaceships, and we smashed them to pieces with our ship. Literally. The Proggers kidnapped our friends. We're gonna go get them back, and we're gonna kill the fleam out of those who are responsible. So I totally didn't almost die when the leader of the evil Vesk Splinter Cell punched me in the face with acid. I also totally didn't lose one of my horns and start growing a new metal one. We definitely beat up the bad guys super easy, and my new best friend in all bold, Marayoth, and our new grandma in all bold, Auntie Nuna, did super cool action movie things, while my other best friend, Catch, and Captain Sloan did cool things as well. Well, everything wasn't fine after our epic fight with an evil military leader. There was a final bad guy to fight, and I definitely didn't nearly die again. From there, we shouted at our slightly brainwashed friends until they got in a transport and got them back home. We're heading back to Absalom Station to drop Tarika off. See you all soon. Next line, Gus, command, : add Auntie Nuna to chat. And then, Gus, everyone, we have a new grandma. She prefers to be called Auntie Nuna and makes awesome knit things. Be nice or she might shoot you. This means you, Grandma Mavis.
Too many grandmas.
We're going to have to play Grandma Mavis someday.
Oh man.
I feel like that's got to happen.
True of all grandmas.
Yeah.
Hey, Dahlia's fine. Dahlia's not slightly racist.
It could be
Oh, okay.
I'm picturing
the nice
something
or she
like
might shoot you thing is true of all grandmas, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Mavis being not great.
No.
I somehow picture it as like the Order of the White Lotus. All old people know each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
In keeping with the Uncle Iroh inspiration, yes, I think so. Good. All right. Yeah, I loved that. Jet just said that to me randomly. He was like, "Hey, so this is a thing. I don't know if it'll ever come up." And I was like, "You're gonna read this at the top of next episode. Thank you very much for writing my intro for me." So, yes. Now, final thing before we get started. I know this preamble has been going on for some time. New book means new level. Our favorite free-flying traders, nailed it, are now level 5. So we're going to go around the table real quick to see what everybody did
Maker!
for this wonderful level. Yeah, you can tell they're a little bit excited. Level 5 is a huge level in Starfinder because it's really where I think a lot of characters sort of hit their stride. Because having 4 stat boosts is really good, and
It's where I wish we could just start every game.
right? Yeah.
Levels
Kinda
1 through 4, no
Kind
thank
of like
you.
in 5e.
I'm
third
not a
level's
damn
where you
hero
start.
yet.
More APs that start at level 7, please. Like Signal of Screens. I really liked starting at level 7 for Signal of
I really
Screens.
like Signal of Screams. That was just a good AP.
It was a really good AP. So let's go in reverse player order now. Let's get Simon. And by reverse player order, I mean the windows in my Discord window.
Of course, yeah. As you know, Moraeoth increased all of the usual stats that they use, the saving throw stats, and also intelligence. Tragically, Moraeoth now has full ranks in life science, so they may sometimes succeed at checks. But don't worry, audience. Don't worry, audience. I've given Tom permission to decide that they fail when it makes sense, even if they roll in that 20.
No, I think this is good This is character progression, Simon, for Moraeoth. Moraeoth has been so interested in other organics that they've finally actually studied up on them.
I understand that, but I think that Moraeoth and life science can be an example of someone who gets really into a hobby but never really succeeds much at it, and I think media needs more examples of that.
Yeah, where people don't have to be good at a hobby in order to enjoy it.
That's fair. That's very
Yeah, you can just keep playing tennis even if you never know how to serve in your first shot. Sorry, I don't know much about tennis.
You could, yeah, or me and Starfinder. You know, I'm still not sure if I understand how to do all of the math here, but you know, I let the rest of you pull my weight. It's great.
But isn't the root of amateur Greek for the love of?
It's
Yeah,
true.
right.
I'm pretty sure it is.
all right.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, the Alma.
major.
I did get a feat. It's I just really like combat maneuvers. I found out, so I will do dirty tricks when disarming doesn't work. Just the dirtiest tricks.
So dirty.
On everything.
This is the real character development for the episode, though. Simon decides he likes combat maneuvers.
Yeah, who would have thunk?
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Well, I mean, I did combat maneuvers back in the one
Signal
you were
of
just
Screens.
talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Throwback.
but that hardly counted as a combat maneuver. That was just
Indeed. That was just murder. Combat.
That was just you playing the remove this card from the game.
you grappled a ghost.
A ghost.
There's nothing in the rulebook that says that a ghost can't be grappled.
Oh my god. Nick, what did Sloan do at level 5? What's level 5 for an operative?
So I got my specialization exploit. Some of you may remember that Tom and I homebrewed my specialization. So at level 5, our homebrew smuggler gets Glimpse of Truth, or Glimpse the Truth. Which, let me click on this in my shiny new ability here. Glimpse the Truth. So as a full action, can spend a resolve point to gain the effects of true seeing. Oops, that link didn't go in quite right. For 1 round with a range of 60 feet. Basically, pronk you GM and you are invisible full flame.
All right.
And weapon focus. Because
Yeah.
I'm boring.
Well, weapon focus is really good on a 3/4 battle class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. I took it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much required. It's unfortunate but true.
If you want to do anything with a weapon in Starfinder, which if you don't want to do anything with a weapon in Starfinder, well, how are you gonna be effective in combat?
Looks at
Spells? No.
looks at Jacinto.
Summons? I don't think so.
I think not, sir.
I've been meaning to talk to you, Tom, about the Warmonger myth. But that's for another time.
Yes. Suffice to say, I looked at it. Liz, what has Auntie Nuna done for level 5?
So Auntie Nuna increased her her expertise die has increased to 1d6 plus 1. So she now gets that bonus for computers, and then you get to take a second one at level 5. So I went with diplomacy. Though maybe I should have gone with another.
It's too late.
It's too late. Oh well. Anyhow, and then
we haven't chucked a die yet. You could make changes
I think I'm gonna make it to bluff. I guess I'm making it to bluff then. Although she already has a +2 to bluff because of the mass ability that she has. Anyhow, and then for her feat, I took four-handed hacker because
that's come up a couple of times, and oh my gosh, we're so excited for it.
When am I ever going to play another computer-based Kasathan?
You're true. You're right. It's not a good feat, and it's a very silly concept, but this is the time to take it.
Now is the time.
Now would be the time. I think the question is, with over 100 playable races, when would you ever play a Kasatha again? Full stop.
Yeah, probably.
Favors the bold.
Sorry?
Fortune favors the bold, especially in choices.
Yes. But yeah, and then increased her int, and she's now up to a +4 intelligence. So, ha 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 ha.
SMRT.
SMRT indeed. Leif, speaking of SMRT.
I'm so smart. Gosh. Yeah, wow. What is there that I can't talk about? Actually, I'm not going to tell you a couple of things. I want them to be a surprise, as always. But, oh my gosh. Ketch really beefed up after that combat. Like, he's been working out, but, like, something like snapped. There was some sort of something or another, like, adrenaline-wise. But he just... some say his muscles grew 3 times that day, and he can wield his heavy weapons without a problem now, without having to deploy that stupid bipod.
Last.
And in one hit, I heard.
You just snap the bipods in half and roar against the heavens.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Not only that, but with his prototype weapon, he's figured out how to, in fact, use this bulky. It's 4 bulk right now, folks, and he can wield it with one hand.
Oh, geez, oh boy, boy's ripped.
It's just the one arm. It's just the one arm. The other arm is like a little shrimpy arm. That's why
we all know how.
And he totally.
So,
one arm got real big.
So what you're saying is he's John Leguizamo from Lady in the Water.
Yes, of course, exactly.
And he also totally skips leg day.
Absolutely. Catches just big arm Morty from that one episode of Rick and Morty.
I mean, how else is he going to fit into those skinny jeans?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah.
You have to make sacrifices for fashion, and you got to skip leg day.
Yeah. That's it. That's why I skip leg day. Absolutely. And arm day.
There's a couple of more really fun things here that I'm hoping we're going to get to see. Assuming there's combat this session, there's got to be, right?
Depends how long we talk, Leif.
No, not
fair. I'll shut up now so we can get on here.
Jen, what's Gus doing?
Okay, so a lot of things changed for Gus. I did the obvious increases, strength, constitution. I'm not going to roleplay it, but I increased his intelligence because I love skills. And now he has a dexterity modifier. +1. He can never be hit
So-
again.
So what's your AC? What's your AC?
Well, I took that enforcer plate from the gentle. I can't remember her first name.
Renavia the Gent.
Yeah, she busted my horn off, and I took her armor. And by took her armor, I mean I upgraded my coveralls. Mechanically, it's enforcer armor. So 20 for AC and 21 for KAC.
Man, you're
That's
gonna
heavy
live
armor,
forever.
right?
It's heavy
Yeah.
armor. I have been slowed down. A
Man,
little.
I
He's
gotta
a
say,
slow boy.
that Renavia crit will forever live on in my memory as one of my happiest moments as a GM. Just
Afterwards?
not because I'm murder happy, right? Like
Uh-huh.
I don't want to murder PCs. I really don't. Like murdering
Sure.
PCs feels awful. But getting that crit after I boosted it for like
That was amazing. I was so excited when it happened, Tom.
Yeah. No.
The only thing I possibly like, I like what we did, especially with Catch picking up the horn and turning it into a drinking cup / measuring cup. The only thing I would have maybe changed is maybe I would have met fist with fist and allowed you to break my arm.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty interesting.
Mhm.
But anyway, I've got more nanite surges. My reactive repair, I have higher fast healing and I get more temporary hit points every turn. My defensive dispersal shot up pretty decent. I think I can ignore 9 damage now. My surgical host at 5th level, I perform medicine checks as though I were using an advanced med kit, and I'm now a nanosurgeon, which means I add my constitution modifier instead of my intelligence modifier to medicine checks, and I can use the medicine skill to treat creatures within or adjacent to a cloud array if I deploy it, as though I were adjacent to them. And I can use a nanite surge to just first aid as a swift action or treat deadly wounds as a full action. And then the feat I picked, enhanced resistance piercing. I almost took accelerated recovery, but I took enhanced resistance piercing because that could play into Starship combat for the crew, the chief mate's role. That's one of the options. You can get a thing that lets you, if you fail your athletics, you can reroll.
Nice. See, this is why I feel comfortable taking feats like four-armed hacker, because the rest of you guys have the actual stats and like mechanics covered, so I can just, futz around and be silly.
Yeah. And then skills still went up. I don't think I invested 1 point in survival because I'm a cowboy now.
Ooh.
We are all cowboys on this blessed day.
Yes. I'm a drover who's a cowboy, or a cowboy who's a drover now. There we go. My drill got fancier because I ate one of the weapons from one of the storerooms. I now have a no-qual excavation drill, industrial, and then I got another upgrade that may never come up, but it'll remain secret until it does.
Secret?
I mean, you still haven't used that cool undead adrenal gland I gave you.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for the right moment. It hasn't.
Something to deal you cold damage or something.
Yeah, or poison. I could
Or
run
poison.
into it. Maybe our reactor starts leaking and I run in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could be like, yeah, no, he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it.
Oh, hey,
All
yo,
right.
real quick before you say that thing, Tom. Super big thanks to Drunk Fat Ninja for that subscription. All right, Tom, floor is yours.
Thank you, Ninja, and thank you, Leif, for pointing that out. 9 months. Man, thank you so much. All right. Yeah, so I am super congested. I took some drugs to try and combat it. I'm going to be leaning off screen to not take more drugs, but blow my nose occasionally. So if you see me disappear, that's what I'm
Drugs.
doing. And then if I go like this afterwards, that's, definitely not me.
Also not
Yeah.
drugs.
Still
That's
not
the high
drugs.
sign.
So,
This stream sponsored by Claritin.
Aaron, it won't
Maybe
count.
off-brand Claritin.
Off-brand Claritin.
Oh,
Mine,
man.
it's just good. Mine's hydroxyzine.
Yeah. Taking Afrin today, my friends. It's like taking a blowtorch to your nose.
Yep.
Gives me headaches. But I can talk, so that's
Yes.
nice.
Ghost is right. It should be Splaritin.
Claritin and Spaffrin.
Yep.
Spaffrin, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, it's been a half hour. I think it's time for us to actually start playing some Starfinder instead of talking about the damn thing.
If we
Um,
must.
So, last time, like we said, y'all, the last thing you did was sort of flying off into the sunset, after foiling the plot of the Adamant Scale. You got a message days later from Agavana Stoneblood, not Agavana Oathbreaker, saying, thanking you. And then you got some more messages on the news saying, hey, the Adamant Scale has been outed. You did the thing. Nice job. But I figured before that, knowing our crew, they probably went and got a job. Right? Sloan?
We work hard.
We love
Oh, yeah.
jobs.
Jobs. Yeah, jobs are good.
Oh yeah, we've been pretty adamant about getting jobs.
Yeah.
Oh, I get the joke.
We have fun here. So yes, there was. So Sloan starts looking for, talking to contacts and reaching out feelers and whatnot, all the usual lingo. And mere hours into looking for jobs, you receive a recorded communication. On screen, you see a female half-orc. This is for the severance package and her crew. Name's Varen. I've heard you might have broken away from some big corporation and gone solo. And you might not be too concerned about the letter of the law. If that's true, I have a proposition for you. I need some archaeological relics transported to Absalom Station, where a xenoarchaeologist friend of mine can verify my hunch that they're ancient hobgoblin artifacts. If you're interested, reply to this message. But either way, don't mention it to anybody, yeah? This Varen offers you 15 build points for this job. The job would be to meet her, pick up the goods, bring them back to the contact on Absalom Station.
Ooh, secrets.
How do you spell that name, since I will be entering it into our ship transaction log?
It is Berran.
Varen. Shipping goods.
So that was a recorded message. What do, friends?
And the quantity was again what? I apologize, I'm multitasking.
That's okay. 15 build points.
We should talk to him and find out whether this is a nice thing to do or not.
Small note, Varen is a female.
Her.
Marioth has a hard time with these things.
Yes.
Being a swarm of bugs.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few different genders.
Yeah. So you all, I presume, go to talk to this Varen about this job?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. So you meet Varen on a settlement on a moon of a planet out in the vast. Frankly, neither the name of the planet or moon matter for the purposes of our story here. She meets you in the docking bay, standing next to a single crate. This will be it then. Once I have confirmation of receipt, I'll wire you the BP.
Morath will sort of buzz around it. Can we look inside?
I mean, I'll show you what's in there, but you
Yes,
can
please
understand
show
why
us.
I might not want you to be futzing around with it because, like my friend has told me, you don't want to touch these things too much, right? Because you might mess with the archaeological records and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I just move this stuff.
They're fragile, Mary. Careful.
Okay.
So she'll open the crate and there's some plastic bag wrapped artifacts, really. Some old tools, some maybe like a piece of archaic armor, stuff like that. It's not all
Hewing
weapons.
stick, a gnarly digging tool. I'm trying to think of all of the artifacts that you can dig up in Stardew Valley. A chipped amphora.
There's a chicken statue. A chicken statue.
Chicken statue? Come on, chicken statue. There is no chicken statue. I apologize.
Aw.
Ah,
We
rusty spurs.
Mm-hmm.
we don't care about the illegality of this, but we are a bit curious why it would be illegal.
Let's just say these goods came from somewhere where the people. Let me put it this way: there are people that want these goods, and I don't want those people to have these goods.
Should we be
Auntie
concerned?
Nuna, Auntie
I
Nuna
think-
raises an eyebrow.
Are they mean? I mean, yeah, I'll say so. But, as long as you fly fast.
And I believe Sloan asked, should we be concerned?
Only people that know about this job are the people I got the goods from and my contact.
All right.
Liz notes as long as we're not doing the equivalent of what the people who owned Hobby Lobby did and shipping priceless cuneiform tablets as clay tiles, I think I'm okay.
Oh, I remember that story. That was like a money laundering thing, right? Or
Sort of. It was a number of things.
Huh. Well,
all right, we start loading them up.
all right. As I said, single crate. That's all you have. So you can. It is a 50-pound crate, though. It is like So, I don't know.
We got star forklifts.
Yeah,
And we've got Catch's arm.
yeah. Catch a single arm.
Easy peasy.
It's as
Picks it
strong
up with
as-
his pinky and thumb.
It's as strong as Gus's robotic arm. We're having lifting competitions.
Oh, about that, I only have a strength score of 12, guys.
No. You
Or-
can lift a 4-bulk weapon with that arm in one hand and fire it, no problem. Yeah, that's a big arm, I tell you.
That's all he can carry.
It's a supernatural ability just to lift that gun.
He asks
The way I see
Auntie
it is
Nuna.
it's like been tapped out and drilled out in places, so it's a little lighter.
He asks Auntie Nuna to carry his wallet for him in her purse.
I'm
The
maxed
only one in
out.
the crew he would actually trust to carry as well.
Yeah, I'm maxed out. I'm carrying this gun. Sorry, that's my catch impression.
It was a pretty good catch impression.
It's not bad. It's pretty spot on.
It was bad.
All right, so you load up the crate on your ship and get ready to fly off, I imagine. So as you all make your preparations to, fire up the drift drive and stuff like that, your sensors go off like a light show as laser fire glances across the severance package's side. We are immediately in Starship combat as your sensors show 2 starships bearing down on your position.
Oh no.
Who's surprised? Who's surprised?
Oh,
Here?
yeah.
Oh, that's
Not-
right. It's the
not
beginning
I.
of a book. Of course,
It's
there's a
hammer
shark.
time.
I forgot. Oh no.
What?
No, I need to pull up my stuff so I know what I can do as a chief mate. I forget.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
That is important.
yeah, a little bit.
I have
So-
an Excel spreadsheet.
Is
Okay.
our ship up to date still in Roll20?
It should be a tier. It is up to date as the last tier that it was at, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we
You
haven't
got
gotten a
so
chance to
far.
upgrade it yet.
Yeah, you have not upgraded your ship since the last time you upgraded your ship. You are allowed to have a tier 5 starship, but that's something that you'll do, when you're not in the middle of Starship.
Actually, it does say we're tier 5 on the sheet.
Yeah, I
might be.
typed that in. Allowed,
Oh.
telling
Oh.
you, hey, this
It's
is what-
allowed. Okay.
Yes.
But that'll
So,
affect our
yeah.
DCs, right?
You're still a tier 4 for mechanical reasons, right? But yes.
So on
So-
the sheet, we should change it back to 4. So it's
The
Yeah,
sheet
so we can
doesn't.
roll from the sheet.
The sheet doesn't calculate any DCs.
Does it?
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Just rolls dice.
It rolls
Um,
dice.
yeah,
Also-
that's a weird thing. As an aside, with the alternate, galactic training rules, is like you all are tier 5. You could upgrade to a tier 5 ship, but you're still like in a regular, without using these rules, you would just immediately, ding, you're tier 5. And
I mean, that's not necessarily true. Like, it's well within a GM's rights to say you guys have not had time to upgrade your ship
Sure.
yet.
Yeah. And with the old system, it was generally like, well, yeah, you're level 5, but you haven't gotten to a shipyard.
Yeah, that's
We,
right.
we did that a couple of times in Dead Suns.
Yeah. All right. Well, who's ready to fight some Starship?
Me.
Let's start off with everybody determining which roles they're going to. So at the top of the round, who have we got? Sloan is piloting. Really, I think the only question here is where is Gus and Ketch going? I think Ketch is engineer, right?
Usually. I can continue to fill the chief mate action, but between my full bab and my +1 dexterity, I could, if we had a second gun, I could do that, but we don't.
Slow down there, Jed.
We don't even have a first gun.
We do. We have the science gun that anti-Nuna fires.
And we have the flak thrower. I'm a liar.
All right, so we've got Ketch on engineer, Antinuna on science officer, Marayoth on gunning, Sloan piloting.
Again, in quotes.
Well, sure, yeah, it's a gunnery check. Even if you're not firing a gun, you're firing your ship at them, which is pretty badass. And then Gus is going to be our chief mate.
Ship music.
We go on to the engineering phase first. Engineer, what would you like to do? You see on your scan, you have 2 ships bearing down on you, and that's all you know about them right now. So you said power to the engines.
Yeah, I imagine Sloan was just about to call for that over the comms, and then all of a sudden her comm board lights up and shows it's already been done.
Yep. Ketch is on it.
Perfect. All right. With a 26 engineering check. That is easily going to clear the DC for a Tier 4 Starship.
Indeed.
And so your engines now have a +2 to your movement. Am I correct?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, let's go on to the Helm phase. First off, with piloting initiative checks. That's what I wanted to say.
Sure to use the computer.
Oh, that's only a 19. I rolled a 5.
Be sure to check those the boons that you got.
We do have indeed. We have 2
Also,
rerolls. 13 plus 1s.
It also says you only have 4 ranks there.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Are they updated on your character sheet?
Should be. I thought I did. Oh, nope, I didn't do my skills. I didn't actually go in here and click every box.
So that's a 20.
So it is a 20. Yep.
Okay. Well, I will let you decide whether you want to re-roll that or not before I tell you the results.
Well, how about we just take enough of these +1s that we go last?
Requires. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was playing it for AC in the previous one. If you give me 8 +1s, you can go last.
8 +1s.
I don't think that's worth it.
It's pricey.
I think it'd be better to do a reroll.
We only have 2 rerolls. We have 13, 18, 19 +1s. And Tom has 10.
That wouldn't even be half of our +1s.
Yeah.
It's fine. They can go. We can go first, I suppose.
I didn't say you were going first. We'll have. I'm just going to call this done and move on.
Yes.
We have Purple is actually going to go first. And let me show you these ships because they are pretty cool looking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Super neat.
Those look pretty tiny.
Gus, could we, and by Gus I mean Jet, could we go to the roll 20?
Oh, yes, my apologies.
No problem. So people at home can also see what I'm talking about here. Simon, what was your question?
Those look like tiny ships, am I right? They're like little fighter jets.
They are not fighter jets.
Oh,
they
just
are
real narrow.
medium-sized. Yeah. So,
It's flat.
Purple. It's flat, vaguely shaped like a sword. So Purple is going to try and remember how fast he goes. There we go. All right. And let's see. Just going to sort of swing around here. try and cut you off. And go like that. That's the best they got. And then they will do a piloting check, and you can go ahead, Severance Package. Take your turn.
Yes. I was about to say so many sword-shaped ships. Ghost is absolutely right. We always seem to have sword-shaped ships. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
I suppose we want to probably be just like right where we are, don't we?
Well, we need we have range 1, right? But probably
Yeah.
don't want to be on the starboard side since presumably they have weapons there. Maybe if we can get behind. Do we have enough speed to get behind them? 1, 2,
We have
3,
lots of speed.
4,
Yeah, we have.
5. But no, what's our turn? 1, not
1.
0? Okay.
It just means we can't turn in place.
Yeah, 1, 2.
You could always.
We'd have
do
to go a little bit further around behind
Okay, I see a
Get
path. If
the
you,
wing.
what's the best way to? Yeah.
Oh, nope, that's not quite right.
All right. I traced something. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Briefly, yeah, but I don't
Sorry,
think there was enough there to, because we can't turn in place.
I know. But you can turn 1 after you move 1, right?
Yeah.
Turn in place just means you can only turn once per move. Sorry.
Right.
So
I
we
just
can
don't
turn
think there
once.
was enough. I think
No.
we would end up facing this way and not be able to turn.
You're absolutely right. So what I actually mean is, no, you're right. I totally did that wrong. 1 second.
Starship.
I
Yep.
like how we only made it more complicated by
There we
giving
go.
us a weapon with a range of 1.
Range of 1. Nah, it's great.
Yeah,
It's
but
great.
it's more complex, but that makes it more interesting.
Right,
Does this
but
work
we're
next?
But we're
Right, so
here.
that- Right, and then since we're facing south, we get 1 more turn at the end of that move, so we can turn left, and then we're pointing behind it. Yeah.
Okay,
That is-
sounds good. And I'll do evasive maneuvers. Bring up
Okay.
our AC.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, there's another box. I apologize. 26. That should do it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so they are going to. Oh, this is wonderful. All right. So then the other starship is going to zoom right up to y'all
A little
rude.
cluster of ships.
with a little cluster, little party here in the middle of space. This big open map.
We all hit each other intentionally now.
Yes. Yes.
So, does your thing let you attack off gunnery phase, or it has to happen on the gunnery phase?
In gunnery phase.
Okay. Well then, give me a moment.
Is Nuna scanning the ships or using our science gun?
That's a good question. Which would you prefer? I think scanning, because we don't know anything about them at this point.
I guess
I'm
first
I'm
round.
going to aid Nuna. I've got the manual realignment action. I can give you extra information if I succeed.
Cool. All right, let's scan. With computers. That's a...
For future reference, this is supposed to happen in the engineering phase, if I'm correct.
Oh, really?
Scanning is Helm Phase.
Helm
Oh,
Phase,
Helm
okay.
Phase. Oh, but it's.
Are you talking about the chief mate aiding?
Chief mate.
No, I'm just thinking about declaring where you are.
Yes. Declaring where you are has to happen in the engineering phase.
But I
technically.
thought both of those things were science officer things. Am I wrong?
The gun is
Oh,
not.
No.
Oh, the gun
one's
is
a
a
one's a
science-
gunnery
I see.
and one
Okay,
is
all right.
science
Yes.
officer. Yeah.
Either way, that's fine. We'll know for the future. But yes, thank you, Leif, for pointing that out. All right, so that is a 28, a third. Gus, do you give a +2? Wait, no problem.
Yeah, that expertise die. I rolled a 6 on, so.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that. Allergies are at work today. You treat her roll as though it were 5 higher.
Oh, wow. That's really good. So
Okay.
she got a 28. She got a 33. You know everything about these sword class attack vessels.
Well, naturally,
yeah.
Auntie
Sword
Nuna knows
class.
everything.
So these sword class attack vessels. Say it one more time. Sword class attack vessels. Anybody tired of it yet? The sword class attack vessel is a medium explorer ship. Speed of 8, maneuverability good. Turn 1. Drift rating of 1. AC 14, TL 12. They have 55 hull points each, 40 basic shields, 10 in each arc. They have in their forward arc minor ramming prow. Their attack in the port, they have a light laser cannon. Starboard also has a light laser cannon. They have a turret with a coil gun on it. That's pretty much it. Complement of 6 people. They have 2 gunners.
Turrets. Didn't they hear that we decided not to use them?
Yeah, these guys are cheating.
Yeah.
Dirty rotten cheaters.
We're not going to worry about that turret just yet because what is your AC with that evasive bonus, Nick?
Oh, RAC with evasive.
+2
Yeah.
if the sheet is up to date.
Is going to be 18
Ooh, with the +2.
with the +2.
I seem to recall you telling me that I had 10 +1s.
You do have 10 +1s. Should I mark some of them off?
I would like to cash in every single one of those +1s.
Oh, no. All right. These are from Drunk Fat Ninja. Tom has used all 10.
You're making my dreams come true. Because I rolled a 2 on the die for a total of 8 on this attack.
Toot!
So,
Dude.
In classic style.
So with those 10 +1s, this is just a hit. So you are going to take 6 points of damage to your green arc, also known as starboard. Yes, your starboard. And you're going to move 1 hex away
No!
from my starship. Yes. To the north.
Hold on.
You monster.
Is this before Gunnery Phase?
Yes, it is.
How?
This is a minor ramming prow. The minor ramming prow's ability says, if a sword class attack vessel ends its movement adjacent to an enemy ship in its forward arc, it can attempt to ram that ship. The target must have moved already during this Helm Phase. The pilot immediately attempts a gunnery check against the enemy ship's AC. If the check is successful, the attack deals the listed damage. If the sword class attack vessel is no more than 1 size category smaller, we are equal. Successful attack also pushes the target ship 1 hex in the direction the attacking ship is facing. So.
Tragedy.
Yeah, I think these are the same ships same kind of ships you guys fought in TFC.
Huh. Interesting.
I think.
Yeah.
Wait, with that one guy who was
with the space paladin.
Yeah, it's Space Paladin.
Yeah.
All right. How much damage did we take?
That is a total of 6 points. And
Not the damage that hurts. It's the inability to attack.
yeah, buddy, I know. I'm a real jerk.
You can shoot the flat cannon, can't you?
Yeah, I can shoot the dang flat cannon.
I know it's not the best, but it's something.
Yes, our 1d6.
Better than nothing.
Yeah,
Better
yeah,
than
it is.
nothing.
Only
All right.
just.
So that is the Helm Phase, and a very exciting Helm Phase at that. But
You should move us 1 north.
yes, you have been pushed 1 north in the same facing, and we move on to the Gunnery Phase, round 1. So I'll let you all go first.
Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, I'll roll this flak thrower on a turret. Shoot, I guess. What arc are we in? I guess I can choose. So we'll shoot their aft.
Shoot the guy that just hit us. That way, if he keeps doing it, we can just keep shooting him in the front arc.
Yeah, all right, I'm convinced. Yeah, I'll shoot the yellow ship and blue arc. And I guess Nuna, you're also rolling the scrambler on
I
that same
certainly
die, I
can.
guess.
She scanned.
She only gets 1.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Where's that button? There's that button. I will use the computer.
Pushing all the buttons. Oh, I should be just rolling mine as well.
No, but we've got
Bad
some
roll.
+1s.
It's all right. It's all right. It's a flak thrower. Who cares?
Hold on. That meets the AC that we were told, though.
Does it? Let me...
I heard
My
12 in there
AC
somewhere.
My AC is 14.
Oh, well then just take 2 + 2s.
Is it
Or
worth
2 + 1s.
6 damage?
We have
Leif?
18 +1, Simon. 19,
Listen, yeah.
Someone just bought us
Simon
one.
hates consumables,
Alright.
though. What
I
you're
do hate
forgetting is Simon
consumables,
hates
yeah.
consumables.
Yeah, what are we going to do? Save them until next session? Use them. Go.
Invest them wisely.
We're investing them in
That's
6
not a
points of
thing.
damage to their
That's not a
forward
thing.
shield.
Unfortunately, our annualized rate of return
True.
is negative 100%. So,
Mhm.
all right.
All right, so tell me, are you using 2 + 1s to make that?
Yes, I'm using 2 + 1s, but hating it.
Thank
All
you,
right, we're
Simon.
down to 11 from Ninja. We haven't even gotten to the ones from Shades and Butt Stubble yet.
It's like how 2 wrongs make a right.
There. Totally. All right, and then they... Purple is going to fire at you with their coil gun turret, which rotates around, and it looks really cool, and then fires a beam of energy and goes completely wide with a 13 to hit. And then Yellow, crack shot, Yellow is going to hit you with a 25 versus your AC for a total of 12 damage to your starboard arc once again.
Goodness.
Are you covering damage, Life?
You are muted. Still muted, but that's okay.
They were covering it. I assume
Yeah.
they're still covering it.
Was I muted? Sorry,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I said I'm covering it, but don't worry about that 12 damage because the next action is engineering phase, and I'm
Indeed.
repairing that 12 damage.
I don't think
Okay.
we repair 12, right? It's 5% of power?
Yeah, which is
15.
200.
You're right.
Or, yeah.
Also, I noticed
Don't
that
worry.
starboard is at 54. Should that be 60?
It's at 54 because we did take 6 damage there as well from the ramming.
Got it. Yep. Okay, sorry. Ignore me.
Okay, so that is the engineering phase for the PCs. I have done things as well. Let us continue right along with piloting initiative checks. This fight is real easy as long as you roll well on piloting initiative. Now that I've said it, I'm hoping the curse of the GM will yield some results here.
Oh, is that all?
Why?
it
Because
takes?
you want to be here for two more hours, Tom?
Yes.
Look, I did a lot of prep for today, Leif, but if I don't use it all, I get to use it next week.
Yeah, the GM is only incentivized to make combat take forever.
Nah. I'm incentivized to make combat interesting. Could I get a piloting initiative check from you, Nick?
Oh, yes, of course. Wrong sheet. This one. Use the computer. Yes.
Oof.
It's a 33.
Yes.
You spooked a cough right out of me. Yes, 33 on piloting initiative is going to mean that you all are super duper going last. And they, with their awkward maneuverability, are going to try and let's see.
Figure out a way to knock us off course again.
The minor ramming prow only works if the target of your, that you're ending adjacent to hasn't moved or has already moved this initiative. So
Sweet.
yeah, so that was probably a one-trick pony. Sloan is much better at piloting than these guys. So, but it was fun. I'm glad I got it off. Now Purple gonna go swing around this way to the southeast of the map, even though we're in space and direction is meaningless. And that way, wait a second. And Yellow, meanwhile, is going to zoom off over here. And as they do, Yellow is, you receive an open transmission, like a hail, saying, "This is Captain Miko Hadan of the Gitteron Authority. You are in possession of Gitteron Authority property. You are ordered to power down your weapons and await boarding by my ship's crew and surrender the cargo."
Oh man, we really pissed these guys off on more than one occasion now. That's
Yeah,
not
man.
gonna happen.
All right.
Wrong that.
You are under no obligation to respond. and in fact, it is your turn in Starship combat for the Helm Phase for piloting and or science officer. Although I imagine at this point, Auntie Nuna knows everything about these ships, so probably don't want to scan them again.
She probably already knows the name of everyone who's on that ship, on those ships, and is now starting to mine their social media for names of their friends and family.
Sure.
Or use
so that we can inform them of their imminent death.
What's our speed?
Our speed is 12.
I think I have a path that works then.
Yeah? What you got?
Oh, did I drew it. Can you guys not see it? I'll draw it again.
Oh, you have to
Okay, can you see that?
Yes. Yeah, that should do just fine. Thank you. Right in front of this one. Let's do those evasive maneuvers again to increase our AC. So evasive as we get up in their face, Wow. 32.
That was an 18 on the die and a 17 on the die. Slow, not to be outdone a second time.
No. And she's really tempted to shoot back a pronk you over comms. But maybe just laughs a bit to herself as they send the message.
At the coincidence, the misfortune on their part.
Yes.
All right.
I should have learned by now not to mess with us, but
yeah, weren't able to stop you on Voxa.
No.
It's also convenient because we know that these guys are mean, so we can feel good about ourselves.
Yay.
Yeah. True.
Yes. So, all right. So you end your turn next to this starship, and we're going to go into the gunnery phase now. So we've got a Marayoth and an Auntie Nuna. Sorry, I was just realizing I don't think Gus did anything this round.
Neither Gus nor Catch did anything. We skipped engineering, I think.
No, Catch rolled to restore shields.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that because I was just going to aid them so that they could do the two systems. But
aid a gunnery roll instead.
Can you do that?
I don't have any chief made actions that would help gunnery. I don't believe.
Oh, drat.
I apologize for skipping you, but can we get you next round then? Cool.
What about
I'm not going to out of shape by it. It's fine.
Have I done anything? I haven't done anything this round.
You're doing a gunnery check now with the nav projector.
Okay, thanks.
Oof. Heavy blade fall for 25 damage. 6d8?
Yes.
That's why we have
melee.
It is melee. Melee is really good in Starfinder, apparently even in space.
Unless you get nudged by one space.
Yeah, it does pronk up the plans.
That's why it gets such big dice, right? Because you have to get up it close, and if you can't, then you're screwed.
You just need to get a weapon with reach.
If only.
Starship
That's the answer.
Yes, this Starship melee weapon actually has a mile long reach.
An astronomical.
3 hexes.
All right, so Auntie Nuna.
You'll need a roll from it. Yeah.
Okay, what am I? I'm firing the nav scram.
Make a. What was?
I believe it was a computer's check. I think it was.
Well, not exactly. It's intelligence plus computer ranks.
Okay, so roll me a d20.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know what your intelligence is, and we know how many ranks you'll have in computers.
Sorry.
That's fine.
To roll a d20, you can just hover over.
Oh my god!
Oh, that works.
That's a natty 20. I don't care what
Yay.
your ranks and intelligence modifier are. You hit.
Yay.
So, tell us what she's won. I still don't remember what the nav scrambler does.
It means
Me
they roll.
neither.
They roll twice and take the lower on piloting.
Nice. All right, so yellow is. I'm going to give them a little zap. Their navs have been scrambled right good. Not over easy navs. I can't do
They've been scrammed.
All right, so that was the. Oh, and then I should not forget to fire for them. Purple is going to fire their coil gun at you. That is the best gun that these guys have. That's a 24 to hit your AC for 8, and we'll call that your port. That's 8 damage to your port arc. And then purple, meanwhile, is going to be firing in your forward, believe it or not. One more button. A 19 to hit your AC for 14 points of damage.
So close.
Max damage on that coil. Almost max damage on 40. Okay. And now we move on to round 3, engineering phase. Let me get, what does Gus want to do this round?
I am going to, I accidentally clicked on the wrong tab. I'm going to do maintenance panel access, and I wasn't very narratively descriptive when I aided Nuna, but as we all recall, I have like an arm socket that I latch my mechanical limb into, and then these red-orange like veins of nanites start spreading out into the ship systems. And I'm going to do an athletics check to hopefully aid Catch, and should they do the divert action, they can divert to 2 different systems instead. And I don't think we can do the overpower action, so here we go. 29. I super duper help you there. So should you do the divert action, you can do the normal benefit to 2 different systems.
We're going to... and we're definitely going to do shields and speed. So we have a 14 move speed, and I am putting back 12. We're going to balance this out here. Just don't mind me.
All right, yep, you've done the thing. Continue to do the thing, and we are going to go on to the Helm Phase with piloting checks. Yellow will be rolling twice and taking the worst.
Woo! Mwahaha.
Only your initiative there, Sloan.
25.
25. All right. Ooh, Yellow is definitely going after you. Man, they rolled a 25 on their second roll too. But they got a 16 on the first one, so Yellow's going going first rather, and so is Purple. Please, Severance Package, sit back as I make them go first. So this is awkward because Yellow is right in front of you. I guess Yellow's gonna try and back off.
You can try a flyby or just fly through as well.
Yeah, flying through will provoke an attack of opportunity.
More or less, yes.
Well, if they fail the...
If I were to do a flyby and fail, then
Right.
yes.
Or if you just fly through without trying a flyby.
Right,
You
exactly.
could do evasive and fly through as well. You don't have to do a flyby.
Yeah. Why not? Pronk, let's try a flyby, yeah? So, we do a flyby. And let's see. Ooh, they got a 25 on their piloting check for a flyby. They're only a tier 2 ship, so that is going to be enough to fly through your space. So they seem to back up a little bit, but it's only to get a running start here, so to speak, as they zoom through your square or hex rather, and fly off past you. They will be able to fire at any arc on the gunnery phase for 1 weapon. So then Purple is going to fly up a little bit and sort of try and get in your way, catch your attention to distract from Yellow, who seems to be experiencing some malfunctions of their navigations. It is your turn to pilot.
All right. Well, yep, we'll zoom around. Get right up in front of them again.
We do need all of the speed. We needed all 14, I think.
Nice. Okay. You just keep like... Oh, sorry, go
on. Catch sped us up, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
In that case, my piloting action will be to evasive maneuvers again. 21. Oh.
All right. 21. Does that clear the DC for a tier 4 ship?
That's a good question. I was just looking for my Starship combat cheat sheet
Oh, I see. Yeah. By the
because I
by,
was like, this one actually might be close.
yeah, close enough to check. As an aside, I'm loving this. Definitely not the Pirates of the Caribbean track.
Right.
Yes. Legally distinct Pirates of the
Legally
Caribbean.
distinct. Listen, melody went up at that point and went down at that point. Forget the fact
Totally
that
different. Totally different.
this is legally distinct. Fair use. I love it.
Yeah, well, Nick is looking. We can thank Unwind Station for this one. Doing something new today.
I'm liking it.
Neat.
Picking up what you're
Me
putting
too.
down. All right.
All right, there's the I'll use the Thrown one, sure. That'll do.
Yeah, why not?
It's sort of out of date, but that's okay.
While they're going for that, I suppose we can move on to the gunnery phase since.
Oh yeah,
You
it
all-
still makes it.
Yes.
Evade's only a DC 16 at this level.
Yes. Excellent. All right, so your AC is 18 now, not 16. Let's go on to the gunnery. Woo! Spicy. So, yes, 21 to hit will, of course, hit for 29 damage. Last time I super duper forgot to have you roll.
Just about to mention that.
Yeah. So, Simon, would you please roll me a total of 4 critical thresholds?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, they're power core. All right. Yeah. So, all right, Clue, you have a good day. So you
We
hit
need to
their
roll again for the weapon that's glitching.
For the record, there is a button on the sheet that will roll it and tell you what they mean.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's okay. So 95 is critical for the power core, is now glitching.
Yep.
35 is weapons array. Go ahead, roll me a D4. 4 is going to be their port laser cannon. And then a 27 will be their sensors, and then 17 will also be their sensors. Man, you guys are like laser focused on their sensors and life support systems in every Starship combat we've gotten. All right, so that ship is
It's the best way to
up.
get away from everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean that's fair. They can't.
They're
breathe.
probably just the things furthest on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm. So, Auntie Nuna, this ship is not looking good. What do you want to do with your gunnery check?
I don't know. I suppose I could make it hard for them next round as well, just like I did previously. How does that sound?
You should use the computer too, because I forgot to.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
roll that
plus 2.
D20 again.
I got a 16, so plus 2 is 18, plus...
Plus your you beat their AC with that roller low.
And excellent.
And Auntie Nuna, that nav scrambler. Okay,
It's a dangerous combination.
Yeah, their navs are once again scrambled. They're just, scrambling around in their computer set. I don't know how.
Not over easy at all.
No, not over easy. It's actually quite hard. So the blue ship is going to, and by blue I mean yellow. I said blue. Is going to fire a coil gun.
A coily gun.
A coil gun. That's only an 11. So forget about it. And then,
Even though we're right in front of them,
yeah,
we do a little swirl.
they were right in front of you. How could you miss? And then a 17 versus your AC, because of that evasive maneuvers that Captain Sloan pulled off, is going to be a miss. So, 2 swings, 2 misses. 1 swing
Your captain
from
is cursing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And Hobgoblin. They don't have open comms, unlike the jangly man from Dead Sons, though, where he kept open comms the entire combat. So, let's go on to round 4, Starship Combat. Engineering Phase. What are our 2 Engineering Phase friends doing? Gus?
I will continue to direct my nanites to assist Catch.
Oh, that's going to be a miss.
Yes, but can I take 3+1s?
I mean, we have plenty. Take them.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it.
3+1s.
We're down to 7 from
Catch do
drunk
real
riding.
good now.
Catch cannot do anything but real good. If the DC is a 16, my bonus is a 14.
I can't wait until we get to a combat life. And you can
Oh,
eat those words.
me neither. Me neither.
So, yes.
But that's going to be successful.
Yeah.
So we have +2 to move, and I will fill up the shields in port and starboard.
Sounds like a plan, friend. So let's go with a piloting initiative check for the Starship combat.
You got it.
Yellow rolls twice.
With the computer.
You roll twice. I rolled a natural 1 on the first one.
Oh, well, you can't get any lower than that. I got a 24.
You are going last. Congratulations. So, Yellow is once again going to take a flyby. Their ship is in poor shape. They're not having a good day at all. And as a result, they will make a piloting check that is probably doomed to fail. That is not enough. They provoke an attack of opportunity from you all as they move through your space. Tell me, does that
What weapon do I get to use?
whatever weapon you want, my friend.
I choose the big one.
Sure, yeah. Do you get to roll that now or on the gunnery phase?
Good.
I think it's the gunnery
question.
phase. I think it all happens on the gunnery phase.
Let's work with that, but I'll look it up in the meantime.
Okay.
What is it called? Attack of opportunity?
Well, yeah, so
Starship.
flyby. If you fail, your starship still moves, but you follow the normal rules for attacking, and the movement provokes a free attack from that starship as normal. So it's called a free attack.
As normal. We need to look up the normal rules. I'll do that. Just carry on.
It's the normal rules for flying through.
Yeah, I just don't know what those are.
The normal rules for flying through is...
Oh, here it is.
You still do the attack during gunnery, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then
No, I think it's immediately. Especially because it says a weapon used for this
No.
free attack can still be used as normal later in the round.
Yeah, so it would be immediately.
It's a little
That's right.
unclear.
The one that's provoked, I think, is immediately. What we were doing
Okay.
wrong was the attack from whoever's doing the flyby does not happen immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that attack, and then I'll describe what purple did.
Will do. I will not use the computer.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, so what happens here? Simon, would you like to describe what happens here as you demolish this ship?
So the severance package has been continuously outflying this other sword-shaped ship and bashing it across the head, and then it keeps on flying away, and then the hammer comes from the other direction and bashes it on the head, and then finally the ship tried to outmaneuver and fake to the right and then turn left to dodge the hammer, but we sort of anticipated their bluff and then turned to follow it and then just knocked the tip off of the ship.
Yeah, and the ship
with the
sort
third
of
blow. Yeah.
This is very
spins easily off, and they are disabled. It's funny. I just realized you're fighting two swords with a giant, sledgehammer.
I'm
pretty
Warhammer is superior in all respects.
I'm picturing a late 80s, early 90s, slightly artsy anime in space combat, and they're superimposing images of knights fighting over the starship combat.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Very good.
Making the ships anthropomorphic.
Yeah.
So
I'm just-
purple. Oh, go ahead.
Headcanon is we've got an actual arm swinging a hammer on the ship. Otherwise, the physics doesn't work in my mind, and I start breaking down.
Well, we just need to get a giant mecha that can wield our ship in battle.
No, as was it Ghost or Ninja? Probably Ghost. Said no. That's where things start to break, or get too crazy. So purple, meanwhile, is going to swoop around, seeing you disable, and by seeing I mean I guess hearing on comms and on sensors. seeing Yellow disabled is going to fly in and desperately try and bring you down. Of course, this is doomed to fail, but they'll make a good effort of it. So that is Purple's piloting phase. Yeah, Severance package. What do?
So Purple doesn't move?
They did.
They
They moved in.
You're right.
I
Yes.
moved them before you described your whole thing.
Yep.
Yes, so we want to go around behind Purple if we can, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a way. We have plenty of
There's
movement.
no way.
I don't think we need to worry too much about exactly how we get there. We get behind them. Evasively.
Very
We're
evasive.
so fast, not even the gods know how we got there.
Yep. It just sort of happens. You blink, the pilot of this Gitteron ship blinks, and we are behind them evasively.
Yeah, there you
Bam.
are. I'm picturing it to continue the anime sort of, thing. Yeah, I'm just picturing it as in every anime where it's like, shwing, 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 and the guy disappears and appears behind somebody in like a flash of light. Like that's basically what's happening every time you guys move your pronking ship because it's so pronking fast.
Yes, teleportation like
Uh-huh.
blur.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's us.
Yeah.
Although maybe we should buy a teleportation module. That would be good in these situations in which we're in front of them and we want to be behind them.
Is that a thing?
That
Did
would
I
be
miss that?
dope.
That is a thing. They added a lot of weird stuff in the Starship operations.
I
right?
want the
missed
trick
it in the
attack,
Starship.
Tim. Is what I want next.
Yeah, you
We can
gotta
get into that later.
Yeah. Yeah, you all, in fact, today, might want to upgrade your Starship in character, and then out of character, upgrade the Starship. But we'll get to that after you demolish this ship. So the Severance package appears suddenly behind Purple, and Purple, the entire Starship just gets like that one beat of
Sweat drop.
And,
Yeah.
Yes. And we go on to the Gunnery Phase.
I will use the computer.
Okay.
29 is enough for 22 damage to the aft.
Right in the aft of this
And then-
poor Starship.
And then Nuna can do the now scram.
All right. So, but without the computer, because you just
Without
used
the
it.
computer.
All right. So that was a 13. Her numbers are going down, but she's still very smart. What do I add here? Computers.
And computer ranks.
Which is
Computer
a
ranks.
+9 if you're keeping up on your computers.
Assuming your int is a +4.
Her
Well, she
in-
said her int is a +4 at the beginning of the show. I remember
No,
things,
I know.
guys.
I don't.
No, it's fine.
Very nice. Yeah, and I guess I don't get the expertise die. So yeah, that's 13 plus 9.
22.
22.
All you need is 14 to hit them normally, so unless you have negative something, that's going to hit.
Look,
So-
Nuna just likes to crush him.
all
She's
right,
got a
yeah, no,
killer
I mean,
instinct.
this is Mathfinder, okay? So I understand. We all like our big numbers. So that is going to be enough. They are now scrambled in the navigation persuasion. So let's go on to round 5 of Starship Combat.
I would love to, but how many times do we need to roll the crit threshold?
Yes. It would probably be once. That is nice that it rolls that. So it tells me
Their
weapons-
ramming prow is glitching.
the ramming that they got to use once. Listen, I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm just happy that procced once. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I tell you what, friends. I feel like you've got this Starship Combat in the bag. I don't necessarily feel the need to drag it out any longer. Like, this is just going to keep happening. We're just going to... You're going to go first. They're going to keep...
I was gonna say they just power down their ship and we just smash them.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
unless
they want
anybody's
to run
throwing
away.
objects. You could run away. You have noticed that these guys are not fast. You have a speed of 12, 14 on a good round. They have a speed of 8. So, yeah, that is an option. You could just fly away. So, unless anybody strongly objects, I will say that you all handily smoosh them and send them spinning off into their friends to the south of the map, and then leave them in a heap and fly off in the sunset with your goods.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just surrender. They just go out to the airlock and jettison themselves, take their hat off, put it over the chest.
God,
No, you know, Sloane's from out here. She marks it for, you know, whoever might come along.
Marked for salvage recovery.
That's
File
good. That's good.
File a claim. Maybe we could refurbish one of those and turn it into a cargo
You know.
ship.
Oh my god.
Drops a distress beacon on it. Hopefully someone will notice them.
Being a good
Yeah.
space citizen.
Yeah.
Space-ism?
Wow. Space citizen. Space. No. Anyway,
Space-ism?
New time.
Anyhow.
good person. Sloane's a good person, is what we're saying here.
Don't tell anybody that. She'll kill you.
Nah, she would kill you if you told someone.
We are all
But-
good people.
You're a whole bunch of good people, Marath.
No, we are only one person.
Oh, I was trying to be funny.
We appreciate your joke.
Yeah.
It was, however, technically inaccurate.
And
If we-
technically is the best kind of wrong or right.
Indeed. So say we all. So, Pilot Nick, go ahead and roll me the 1d6 for how many days it'll take you to travel back to Absalom Station. Then go ahead and divide it by 2.
5 divided by 2 is 3? 2? Please say 3.
This is big enough numbers that we could call it 2.5 days. You arrive, like late at night
True.
to Absalom Station. So, as you all are traveling, Gus.
Sorry. In system. We get in system. Probably about 15 minutes later, Anti-Nuna, your comm unit is blowing up.
Oh, we're not back in Absalom.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. Wrong system.
That's fine. So, because as you all are traveling, you still have Tarika with you. Tarika's the only one left of the rescuees from COM 93.
Has Tarika ever been in Starship combat? For some
gosh,
reason,
I
I
didn't
just
even
enjoy picturing her like sitting in, the lounge. I mean, where she's maybe like got a buckle, she's been buckled into a seat, but if we didn't really have a spot for her, then she's just kind of like sitting there reading her phone, going, "Man, I hope everything's going okay."
Or if she's in the bridge, she maybe hasn't been in a ship in exactly this kind of Starship combat. So she'd be like, "Oh no, you're gonna run into them." That is what we are trying to do.
Yeah, we're
Oh my
literally a giant hammer.
Yeah, she'll come out afterwards and say, like drink in hand. Wow, y'all, that was it's definitely a different kind of Starship combat from any that I've ever been in. It's not normally that you aim to run into the other ships, so
Oh, that's
fancy
not-
fight out there.
That's
Severance
not
pack.
normal. It's the only kind of Starship combat I've ever been in.
It's highly effective.
Well, no. Oh yeah, no, highly effective. I mean, you made them eat your dust. They couldn't catch you. That was really cool.
Why do I keep turning over the juice box? I mean, it's cuter, but
No, she has like a little, like space teeny in one hand, and she has her wrench in the other. Sort of just, fiddling with that as she talks to
Right.
y'all.
I'm sure on a spaceship, everybody's effectively drinking out of juice boxes or something similar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, in a
Wait, no, we have
modern
false
day, yeah.
We
they
do have
fake
false gravity, but in case of Starship combat.
Safety measure.
again,
Yeah.
the Starship was whipping into other starships. Like, I don't. False gravity can only account for so much.
I like the picture of like a martini glass, but a sippy cup lid on top.
Yeah. Because it
Yes,
probably
okay.
takes a minute, right? Like when you suddenly change directions and things, like I'm sure it's pretty reliable, like in the drift or when you're
Yeah.
just going along on normal thrusters. But I imagine it takes a second. Like,
Starship
when you're going
combat,
that
everyone
fast.
busts out juice boxes.
Yeah, no. See, this is my biggest complaint because you don't go one way and then suddenly go another way in space. That takes up so much extra energy. You go the way that you want to go because there's nothing there that you don't have to wind up. You have basically zero resistance. Like you don't gotta. And then like when you're smashing that part of the ship into the other ship, that's our like engines. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's science
Don't think
fantasy.
about it too hard.
This is space fantasy, not sci-fi.
Nope, there is an arm jutting out of the ship, just like Outlaw Star, that's hitting things with a hammer.
Hold on.
And
You're right.
not
You're right that you don't
anything
have to wind
else.
up. You don't have to wind up. But like you could, you would like fly just to the right of the enemy ship, and then you would like fire some sudden thrusters to the left. Right? Like that makes sense.
This is more acceptable. I can accept this.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, I mean, if it's very anime though, Leif, there is wind up. But if we're not going anime, Simon's explanation makes way more sense.
Simon's explanation, because it reminds me of that one great sword in Monster Hunter World it had like the jets attached to it. Yeah, it had rocket jets, and like the flavor was those were propelling your great sword down when you made a really big swing. It was really cool. I'm not a great sword user though. Hunting Horde, believe it or
also,
not.
the image representing our ship in my head is like, that's a placeholder. Our ship's probably been super modified to be able to ram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you all are traveling, Tarika will continue to, hang out, joke around with you all, seeming very at home with you all as a whole. As time passes, however, she begins to grow a bit more withdrawn, checking her comm unit more frequently. This happens over the course of, the 2.5 days. When asked about it, she doesn't really offer any information, but changes the subject and puts on a smile. Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah. And then
That's motive.
you can.
She's
sense my
hiding
motive.
something.
Yeah, she seems worried about something. Auntie Nuna with a 30.
30.
Motive check. Yeah. She seems worried. You can't know more than that, really.
It was worth a shot.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No. Meanwhile, Rattlesnark, Fleagrebe, and Goog, your 3 goblin hangers-on, all putter around your
Engineering
ship.
team.
Yes, the engineering squad.
Hangers on. They're my crack engineering team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Hangers-on probably has more negative connotations than I was applying to it in my head. So, I do not mean to belittle them. They're great. So they putter around the ship during your flight. They generally confine themselves to the engineering bay, as that's sort of where they feel the most at home, where you can often hear Rattlesnarp and Fleagrebe arguing about something or other. Catch, one day you walk in to find Rattlesnarp on the floor, surrounded by components that are clearly taken out of the ship.
What are you doing? This is important. I was trying to take a shower, you fool.
What? None of these components are really necessary for the engine. They're just sort of extra stuff that manufacturers tack on. But some of the converters I found here might be just what I need for my time-traveling pants.
Time-traveling pants, you say?
Oh, yeah, it's been my passion project for years and years now, at least 2. I see, and he goes into some techno babble about, the right pair of pants, allowing him to travel through time and space. Catch, looking around at these parts, go ahead and make me an engineering check.
I was hovering over the engineering button. Oh, can I take one of those rerolls?
You agree.
Okay. Do it.
I'm going to use one of our rerolls. This feels important.
Okay,
Sure.
we have one left from High Nails Wraith.
Much better. That's a 26 engineering check.
All right. 26, yeah. So examining the engines, you don't see anything wrong with them, thankfully.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
For a second, I felt like that's you just don't see what's wrong. All right.
Oh, no. You are very confident that you don't see anything wrong with those engines.
Oh, well. Never thought a goblin would teach me anything about an engine, but I guess... and he just kind of reaches down and, like, flips a switch that just got accidentally flipped when he was pulling them out, and the showers come back online.
All right, boss. You go enjoy your shower.
Yeah, let me know how the pants work out.
Yes, of course. I tell you what, I'll tell younger you if the pants work out.
He gets down, like, because I'm imagining Catch as like a whole like torso taller than this goblin. He gets down on one knee, looks like grabs him by his pointy little ears, like looks him in the eye and says, "Please don't."
Okay, all right, I won't. I'll tell present day you. That'll probably be safer, and harder to prove if I don't work. Because then you would already know.
Yeah. Unless it was a parallel universe time traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. I heckin' love Rattlesnarp and his time traveling pants idea.
They're amazing. He needs some Horicalcum weave pants because I think that affects time.
You know, time traveling pants might have to be the next boon, like for even more than Bumpuzzle's belt, like 10,000.
No, if it's not an actual boon on one of the Starfinder Society sheets for this AP, I'm going to be upset.
Isn't there a movie about like the sisterhood of the something?
Traveling pants.
Traveling pants is not a time.
Oh, is that
I
was going to make that joke. I didn't know where to fit it in though.
Presumably, that's a reference, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
The thing is, the pants fit we're not going to get into it.
Yeah.
So, Tom, we've been traveling
All
for
right.
2.5 days. We've healed 10 hit points, everybody. I'm paying attention to this because I was nearly dead. And I rolled 2 treat deadly wounds on myself and succeeded by an extra amount. So I am also up 12.
Yeah. Hey, did you take that advanced med kit or should I?
My nanites are now an advanced medkit naturally, so you should take it.
I shall take it.
So, before we get too far away from it, Catch, as you go to take your shower and stuff like that, as I'm not going to describe Catch in the shower in great detail, despite the fact that I'm sure that would, that would do it for you.
Some of our audience members would really, really enjoy that, but
Yeah. So, Catch is in the shower, puts his head back, closes his eyes, and starts scrubbing and stuff like that. And then, Catch, as you're sort of thinking, you think back on Rattlesnarp's tinkering and stuff like that, as you're, like, I don't know about you, my mind wanders all over the place in the shower. Yeah. So, it sort of triggers like a memory in the back of your brain. Then, like a magnet, your mind is pulled towards the memories of the last race once more. You're back on Absalom Station at the race. You see your conversation with Del happen at hyperspeed. You walking away. Xanadoya, the dragon kid who founded the gang with you, standing up from Del's car, his face stormy and serious. Del flashes you a smile from his car, then the race begins and he tears off. At normal speed, Xanadoya walks up to you, smoke from the engines of the hovercar swirling around his large form. Catch, we need to talk.
Yeah, can it wait until after the race though? This is really important, right? And he's just like watching like on comms or whatever, like watching what's going on.
I'm sorry, Catch, but I needed a time to talk to you alone. Del has been acting differently lately. Made me think. Made me do some digging. Catch, I think Del has been skimming off the top. He's cheating us.
What? Del? No way.
He raises an eyebrow. He's been lying about the profits off of the cards he's been working on and reselling. I have proof back at the office that I can show you, records and the like.
Let's go right after this. You're gonna show me. Is this about earlier?
Earlier, what do you mean?
You trying to pull a fast one on me? Is this a joke?
I wish it was, Catch, but Del is up to no good, and I'm going to prove it to you. When you and I started this crew, an explosion rocks in the distance from about a block over. People around the finish line start murmuring and looking in that direction as you and Xanadoya look at each other. What does Catch do?
Catch looks back at the data pad that had the live feed on it, and it's just static, and he just his eyes go wide, and he just starts running towards the explosion.
Yeah. You get a message over your data pad from one of the crew stationed around the races street. It's one of our cars. Seem to be out of control. We need folks out here quick before the station police get here. But you're already running as fast as you can. As you arrive at the scene, it is spectacular. The car is partially through the wall of the building and crashed into with rubble on top of it. The car caught fire, which is now transferred to part of the building. But what's worse is that as you approach, you do recognize the car. You've worked on it quite a lot, especially recently. That is Dell's car.
Oh no.
You pick up the pace. Oh, go on.
Ketch is looking around. Is Dell out of the car?
Oh no.
Oh
You pick
shit.
up the pace and arrive at the scene. The fire rages in and around the car. Due to your inherent tiefling resistances.
Oh yeah, no. Ketch is already like running up to the car, and he's like trying to open the door, smash the window, whatever he can to get it open.
As you get a grip on the door handle, your hand reflexively pulls back sharply as you feel the skin on your hand burn. Does Ketch back off or push to try and open that door?
He keeps going. He's opening that door.
All right. As you grip the handle once more, an explosion erupts from the car, blowing you off your feet. You slam into the ground, hitting your head and losing consciousness abruptly. The next thing you remember, you're in a medical facility, bandages covering various parts of your body. The explosion, out of character, gave you a concussion, and bits of superheated metal gave you various cuts along your body, though they missed the important areas, the vital areas. Your one hand that you grabbed the door with is bandaged up quite heavily, and you can't feel it. They seem to have applied a numbing agent to it, or at least you hope that's why you can't feel it. Importantly, you can see 2 station security officers standing to either side of the door to your room. They look at you impassively as you regain consciousness.
What? Where's Dell? What's going on?
They say nothing.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
And with Ketch raging against the restraints holding him in bed and against his cast and the medications that he's on, we're going to leave this trip down memory lane as Ketch sort of flashes back to the shower, hot water steaming around him.
Ketch just kind of looks down at his hand, at the horrible scar that still remains there, kind of in the palm. And he just kind of reaches outside of the shower, grabs a bottle of nondescript space alcohol, and just starts drinking.
Alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah, exactly.
Alcohol.
Instead of 3 X's, it's an S with a exponent of X, but 3 of them.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Space X's.
X cubed.
You're making my super dramatic scene all funny. Stop it.
Sorry.
Sorry, can't help it.
We fade out on Ketch drinking in the shower. So, that aside, as you all get closer to Absalom Station, the beginning of the 3rd day, I suppose, Tarika will approach Sloane and anybody else who's on the bridge at the time and say, you might want to get the ship outfitted with a few more goodies in light of your recent windfall of BP, not to count the, she thumbs towards the cargo hold with the one crate. I have an old contact here on the station that you can go to. She runs a tidy workshop. Should have whatever you all need in stock. Her name's Mevisa Ryujin, sorry. She used to work for the company, actually, but left many years back, way before we all left. I've got to get back to my office, see if they trashed the place real bad, so I'm going to check that out. I could just catch a taxi from the docking bay, so, I'll keep in touch.
Be careful.
Oh, you too.
Hopefully we've dealt with the threat for the time being, but...
Yeah.
Certainly keep your wits about you.
Absolutely. It's a dangerous galaxy out there. So, once you all touch down, Tarika will smile and wave at you all, and then hail a taxi She gave you the address of the shop. Do you want to head there or go deliver your cargo to the contact first?
Let's deliver our cargo first.
All right, great. So, as you all are making your way to the cargo, you see, or rather the drop-off point, the contact, seems to be like a small apartment building, not like a business front or anything like that. You're walking down one of many crowded streets. It's nighttime on Absalom Station, which means there's no artificial light sort of simulating daytime. You see a sign for a shop called Noodles Between. There's also a store named the One Credit Store. Another storefront appears to be a locksmith, and the last appears to be a pawn shop, payday, lender combo kind of thing. As you pass through the intersection between all of these places, neon lights blaring from the signs on each storefront, you see a few Sarcesians behind the counter to a store, relentlessly cooking noodles for a seemingly endless supply of customers. You see a curtain to the side of that counter, through which is the interior of Noodles Between. Beyond
Noodles,
that,
you say.
I'm sorry?
Noodles, you say.
Do say noodles, yeah. Beyond the curtain is an outdoor seating area where two more Sarcesians sit, making conversation and enjoying some noodles, along with some other folks. But more importantly, would you all please go ahead and make me a perception check?
Ooh.
I knew it. I was like, noodles, they're always suspicious. Every heckin' time.
Noodles.
Something bad always happens when there's noodles involved.
Stuff.
It's only a 16, though.
24.
28.
Nice.
17.
21.
All right. So, and perhaps it is Ketch being a little on edge, being back on Absalom Station, little on edge in general, perhaps. Ketch is the only one to notice a Vesk falling behind all of you. Her hand goes to her waist, and noticing you, she draws a pistol and barks in Vesk, "Now!" And two more Vesk burst out of the crowded area, followed by a pair of drow, one of whom seems very familiar. One Vesk leaps up from a seat at a nearby table, while the third ducks out from a nearby alleyway. The drow begin moving from a different table to attempt to get around your party to either side. They all open fire as the crowd screams. Let's roll some initiative.
Dang.
And
I need a
as
token.
I require a map. Thank you.
You do require a map. Yes, that was my bad. And you still require a map. Rather, a token. But I think this is an appropriately dramatic place to go to break.
Yay!
Ominous black screen.
Ominous black screen. Yes.
Very, very ominous.
So we will take a break. We'll come back at 6 after the hour. That'll be a 15-minute break for y'all. So, Jet, let's get out of here. Don't go anywhere, folks. Hi. Welcome back. I hope you can hear my still dulcet yet slightly stuffy voice. Nope, don't hear my nose. That's bad audio. Hear my voice.
Nose flute.
So, when last we left our heroes, they had just been... There was an attempt at an ambush, but luckily Leif, and by Leif I mean Ketch, spotted these very well-armed and seemingly heavily augmented Vesk.
Would you say he caught it?
Oh.
Yeah, it was a pretty good catch.
No, Nick, I wouldn't.
Oh, no. Well, they're gone. They're back, thank goodness. Because...
Sorry, it had to be done.
Oh, yeah, no, every time. I need both Ketch and Morea to please roll me an initiative. You'd think I would have been smart and rolled initiative for my characters as well. I was too distracted talking to these lovely people. Another initiative.
Just remind me, do we share the initiative results or the initiative rolls?
It's the result, it's not the roll. It's better.
Better for you, worse for me.
Yeah. I mean, on the rare chance, maybe you roll garbage.
Yeah. Take my 21. You already did. Cool.
And then initiative for this person. Ooh, bad initiative. And then initiative for that person. I got a lot of persons to roll for in this combat. In fact,
Man.
there seem to be
I
5.
don't like the sound of that, Tom.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, well,
Hey Tom.
So-
Tom,
Hey, what?
whenever you have a free moment, could you do a Shift Z on that really dope-looking Drow figure there? Because that looks amazing.
yeah, she's out of Alien Archives 1. As far as
Yo,
yeah,
Uh,
super
Very
cool
punk.
pink Mohawk.
I wholeheartedly
No, that's a
agree
real
with your
mohawk.
aesthetic.
Hmm Absolutely.
check it out. Check it out. This is where my mohawk's at.
It's not as good as hers. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I mean, it's really good, and they're purple. I love purple.
Oh, thank
well-
you. Yeah, that's actually new. We just did that like a couple of days ago.
Fun.
This is
I guess
the vest.
here's the advantage of being purely fictional and drawn by an artist.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Getting it to stand up like that would be like hours
Yo.
of work.
A
We-
jar of gel.
We had
You need
someone
to-
who came on the boat last weekend that had a green mohawk that looked exactly like that. Like straight up. I had to tell them
And
to watch
whites.
their hair because they were going to smash it and crunch it on the overhead.
That's fantastic. That's so fantastic. I love it. I love it.
So
I would
Back
like to
to-
start the fight now.
yeah,
Liz,
I was
you-
about to
sorry.
say.
No,
I'm
that's
muted?
okay. Just
No, we can hear.
Okay.
oh
Hi. Talking.
strange. I'm sorry.
That's
Go on
okay.
again.
So currently on the screen we have this vesk that looks to have a swelling, like a goiter with pustules. It
Neck.
and glowy eyes. It doesn't look good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do have pustules coming off their goitery neck.
Yuck.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you about that. This is the art I got for these Vesk. They are heavily augmented. That might be what that's referring to.
It's a
you
weird
might-
interpretation of augment.
Maybe
Yeah.
Maybe they're
rejecting
necrographs or something.
Oh. Yeah, let's call them
Yeah.
necrographs and move
And
on.
lastly, somebody that looks familiar to your characters. You never saw this art, but everybody, go ahead and make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
One
did
of
it
the skills
good.
I didn't boost. That's a 3.
3 for a total of 3. Everybody loves ability checks, right?
I'm bitter that Auntie Nuna rolled a 15
fair.
and Gus rolled a 20.
Mm,
Yep, this is why ability checks are garbage.
Oh yeah, Morath and Gus are like of one mind over here.
And that's why I would
Yeah.
never make an ability check actually like hinge on something super important, game breaking, like if you fail this, you die kind of thing, because ability checks are garbage. But in this case, I'm just trying to get you to remember something. So what happens here is Nuna, Gus, and Morath, you all remember, you recognize this drow. You saw her briefly as she walked you into Lord St. John's quarters on King Curdy's Casbah.
Makes
Yeah, we
sense.
had-
Catch was
We
hanging
had
out
this
at the
coming.
bar.
We had this coming.
Hey, it's the lady.
Yes, the lady. And she doesn't look happy. Morath, you are up first in this combat. First combat, number 5.
Sinjin's drone. Shake off your fetters! If she has a weapon, I would like to take it.
Oh boy, here we go. Wrong one. This one, to the southeast.
Yeah, range is an issue though.
I see.
I will. Yes, okay. If the Vesk has a weapon, that is 30 feet away, right?
The Vesk, let me double check. Yeah, they have a pistol in their hand right now.
All right. Gravitically attuning. I'll use my move action to turn on gravitic reinforcement. Sidereal influence gets unchecked because we're in combat, and then we will try to steal the weapon that the Vesk has, and miss terribly. 13 does
Yeah,
not hit KAC.
No, it doesn't. So, pretty close. But, all right, that is your turn. And Gus, Barrett Sinclair, what do?
I am going to do the traditional maneuver of hopefully walk up and gore someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna step right there in my new heavier hard suit. And I'm gonna try and do a gore. I don't like them. Go away, leave us alone.
Not even asking them what they're doing here. You're just gonna start swinging.
I've recently
Oh.
been through heck, and they're being aggressive in their posture.
Now
Gus has been through a lot of flame lately.
he has. So that 23 to hit KAC is of course going to be a hit for 14 points of piercing. Just a teeny tiny bit of that doesn't get through. You feel their scales are a little more resistant than normal, than your average
Curses.
vest. But that is still a palpable hit, as this purple vest behind you is actually going to. This is the one that sort of tipped off Leif as catch. This purple one is going to run up here to the south. No, right here. To the north of Ketch. And as they're going, their neck sort of swells a little bit. And they are going to use a dragon blend craft to breathe a cone of acid in a 15
Oh, they're throwing up on us, just like I do to you guys.
Just like you do to me. This is revenge, Gus, except I'm not hitting you. So reflex saves from Antinuna, Mareoth, and Ketch, please.
No.
Oh, yes.
Auntie Nuna got a 17. She's a spry old lady.
Right? Well, I tell you what, DC 14 for half
Ooh.
damage. So, Mareoth and Nuna, you are going to take 6 points of acid, and Ketch, you will take the full 12 with a natural on that save. So, with that, we move on to Auntie Nuna.
All right. Auntie Nuna doesn't like being part of the cluster. So she's going to move. Are these doors open? Down here to the southwest?
This is think of this as a counter at like a food court.
Damn.
Yeah. This is a curtain over here by this drow. If you want to go by the drow.
I don't know if I want to go by the drow.
Yeah.
Auntie Nuna's going to move sort of here so that she's got a bit of space from the rest of the group. And she's gonna say, all right, Gus, you get him. Or her, or whatever the gender is of this particular Vesk that he is engaged with.
Auntie Nuna, it's
You get them.
All right, so Pink has been gotten.
And that's the turn.
And that's the ball game, folks. Target on Pink. And this, it is in fact Pink's turn. This Hafragik Jun, probably Jun, Xun, is going to, let's see, Shun is going to stab at Gus with a knife. In a very tricky manner, you might think.
I don't like this.
However, rolling natural 1 on the quick attack is going to fail. So that is a 25 versus your CAC for a total of 6 points of slashing damage.
No, I'm falling.
Oh, well. Gone a long way from taking 42 damage in a crit to a level 5. And we are on to Ketch.
What kind of weapons does this guy seem to have other than his bile?
She has a pistol and a knife.
Wrong?
What do you have there, Timmy? A
I think that Leif is referring to purple.
Yes, purple.
Same exact outfit. It's almost like they're 3 of the same unit.
Yeah, weird. All right. Well, I guess I have to do a step back then. So 5 foot guarded shifting step. And that's not how I wanted to use my move action. You absolutely.
Yeah.
At least it's not as big of an issue now that you have such a strong arm.
Yeah, my strong arms. We're just gonna fire. No, we're not gonna do that. This is stupid to fire without doing things to it. All right, so instead we are going to go ahead and look purple up and down and decide them. They are next. Finding their weaknesses and activating superior firepower.
So I've got a wrench on purple to show that that is whom you have targeted. And now a third Vesk is going to come from around the corner. It seems as if they were trying to ambush you all and, spread themselves out a little bit as they were doing so. So this Vesk is going to sort of weave past crowds of people sort of streaming beyond, back the opposite direction and attempt a trick attack on, let's see, Nuna or Gus. Nuna, odd, Gus, even. Nuna, odd. Gonna shoot onto Nuna.
Why? I'm just an old lady.
You wouldn't shoot an old lady, would you?
Exactly.
I certainly would. Just missed the trick attack. So that is 22 versus EAC for 7 points of electricity damage.
Sorry, 7 points?
7, yes.
All right.
I went around the corner to get, like milk and some like cupcakes and stuff like the little tasty cakes. It came out to 777 today. I was like, nice. Good luck.
Bum, bum, bum.
I thought you were role-playing that Vesk. I was excited to see where that was going.
Just my playing brain. Slow Rider. Take your play.
All right. Well, the backup Gus here. Move in and take a trick attack on that pink Vesk. He's after analyzing it for weak points. Taking a shot, which is totally not me stalling for time while I find my trick attack button. Is it CR1?
Believe it or not. Actually, is it? No, super not.
Maybe if I took, how about like 2 or 3? How many plus ones would I need there?
I would take 2 plus 1s from you to make that a success.
Let's take 2 plus 1s to bring it up to CR3. That's a D20 roll.
Since I'm a kind and benevolent GM, I'll inform you that your trick attack damage should probably be 3d8 at level 5.
Oh, you're right. I didn't increase it. Let's add another 2 of those. I knew I was forgetting something.
That's a big bump for operatives. My goodness.
Yeah. Level 5 was the danger bump.
Yeah.
It is the danger bump. I knew I forgot something. I forgot to update this macro. So 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 7 is 17 points of fire damage.
Oh, 17, you say?
17, I say.
I say.
And I'll update that macro before it comes back around my turn.
Cool.
Thank you for
for
for noticing that. I appreciate it.
Of course. That is a flat-footed Vesk. And we are on to...
Oh, yes, and it is flat-footed to everyone until the end of my next turn.
So this Drow Enforcer is going to...
Can I go next turn?
They'll throw... They reach into their pocket and pull out a shock grenade, seemingly not caring for a little bit of collateral damage here as people continue to move past you. So they're going to throw a shock grenade. It is going to be centered right on this southeast corner of Sloane's square, in that grid intersection. So I'm going to need a reflex save from Nuna, Gus, and Sloane.
Again.
This should be no problem. I now have a +1 dexterity modifier.
Auntie Nuna got a nat 20.
and it's probably worth noting you can crit succeeded saves.
Yes, you can. However, you are not in the danger zone, believe it or not, at a 27. That was not going to fail normally. So, Slow, you're fine. Nuna, you're fine as well.
Jet, do you want that last reroll?
Yeah, meanwhile, Jet got a nat 1.
Yeah.
As funny as it would be to let it ride out, if you're not opposed to it, I'll take it.
Do it. Take it.
Take it.
And
That one's from Hyonel's Wrath. And that is our last reroll left over from CritterCon.
As I was saying that, +1 dexterity modifier makes all the difference in the world, and I now have a 21.
Yeah. That was really, that's all on the +1. Nice job. Well played. So, yes, now all of you have succeeded at this shock grenade Mark 1. And as a result, I'm going to tell you, I rolled a 1 on the 1d8 of damage that this grenade does. So what happened? Do you take minimum 1, or no?
Yes, everybody takes 1 damage.
All right, everybody kindly take 1 electricity damage as this very piddly shock grenade sort of just goes off.
All right, if you say so.
I'll take it.
But
Yeah.
Stubble has gifted us a reroll.
Thank you, Butt Stubble.
Thank you, but stuff.
Woo!
And we are on to Deminda herself. She is going to round the corner and let's see what I have for Deminda. Oh, yeah. So, Leif, you're going to like this. Ready? Deminda is going to lean around the corner, and all of a sudden, Gus, you feel more than see a carbon-edged shuriken sticking out of your chest. As
Aw, that's no
she
good.
just the shuriken slams into your chest for a 25 versus your KAC. Flat-footed KAC.
That will hit.
Because this apparently is the fight of operatives. I didn't even think about that as I was putting it together. This is not as it usually should be in the book. I threw in a little extra spice for you all because I love you so much. So that is...
Spice.
yeah, right? So how about 22 points of piercing damage, Gus?
Good to know. Yeah. Oh wait, piercing you said?
Piercing, I said.
I'm adding some back as it doesn't quite penetrate my skin, as I have a web of nanites beneath my flesh now.
Can't believe that came up in the first episode since you took it. That's so
Yeah, I
exciting.
didn't think it was going to come up ever again, honestly.
Yeah. All right. So that is Deminda's turn. And Morayoth. We are back to you. Round 2.
Morayoth will drift through the air towards Deminda. Can you give me a Shift Z on Deminda real quick? All right, perfect. So there's like a... All right. So Morayoth will sort of flutter over, maybe fly up a bit, speed permitting. I don't really know how you do a hybrid between walking and flying, but I'm just... if you're okay with it, I'll just say they managed to get like 5 feet up and move that far.
That's fine. You use the land speed. You subtract that from the remainder of your total fly speed left. So if you walk 10 feet, you have 20 more feet of fly speed if you have a 30-foot fly speed.
I see. Okay, so I use 20 feet, so then I have 10 feet left to fly, and I use that at double time because I'm going up. So yes, my guess was exactly correct. We're so good at this. All right, so Morayoth will emanate with purple energy, and then purple energy will go around... I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Deminda.
Deminda's hair, and wrap that long strand of hair around her eyes. This is a dirty telekinetic trick.
Filthy trick. Roll it for me.
Maybe. 14 versus KAC is gonna miss. She blows it out of her eyes.
Yeah. It briefly goes to tangle in her eyes, and then she just sort of whips her head around furiously, and it goes back into place perfectly. She
whips her hair back and forth.
Like that. She whips her hair back and forth, and then it falls perfectly in place.
Impressive.
And that is Morayoth.
That's my favorite name.
Gus.
Headcanon, her given name is actually Deminda herself. I like that. I am spending a nanite surge, and I am activating my reactive repair. And I will click the various icons in a moment. From there, that was my swift action. My move action, Gus dramatically thrusts his mechanical limb forward and holds his organic one as though he has a drill in his hand. And then from within his body, the nanites spew forth and form a new drill. This drill is made of no qual, and much like how I described my nanites kind of glowing with a reddish, orangish hue, and in my head, no qual is sort of this teal green. It's sort of green at the edges, the no qual blades, and the center is sort of a purpley color as you mix the two. And I'm going to attempt to thrust it into the chest of this Vesk individual in front of me.
All right, I know how this story ends.
24 versus KAC for 19 piercing damage.
Okay. Even with the teeny bit of DR that they have, that is going to be enough to drop this first Vesk assassin. Describe your kill.
The drill goes in real good and then spins, and then they fly all over the place.
The drill goes in real good.
You paint such pictures with your words.
Are you doing phrasing?
I intentionally downplayed it that time.
Yeah. All right, so that is one dead Vesk. Her body falls to the floor.
Copyrighted.
Right, so this is going to, let's see. Got a pretty good opportunity here. Purple is just going to move over here, sort of get in everybody's faces, and then they seem to sort of brace themselves and, mechanically speaking, they're spending a resolve point to recharge their acid breath. They are going to once again spew acid over Sloan Maria and
Yeah, I suppose Marath is still in that, even though they're 5 feet up.
It's a cone.
Yeah, I
Stands
buy
to
it.
reason.
Okay. Once again, rolled the same damage as last time.
We are
So I
bugs, though, very fast.
I need reflex from Sloan and a reflex from Gus.
Oh,
Oh! That +1 dex bonus is really kicking in there.
It is.
Jet. Yeah. And there's Sloan's. All of you make this save, so all of you will take half damage, which is exactly 6 points of acid damage. Right. And we move on to-
You say acid? You mean one acid?
I suppose I do mean 1 acid for you, you little Asimar.
I thought you were going to say something else for a second there.
No. I work with children. I know how to watch them now. Auntie Nuna.
Yeah.
You're on TV.
all right. Well, if I take a guarded step back, does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
Nope, that's the point of the guarded step.
Yes. Does that eat all of my move action? Does that eat all of my actions, though?
It takes your move action to do so.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna take that 5-foot step and go, all right, everybody, get them! Since her last target died.
Yeah, that's fair.
Seems
So
fair.
Purple now has a target on her back. And we go, oh, they're dead. Catch. We go on to Catch. They're not dead. He's not dead.
All right. Catch is going to go ahead and swing around as this guy kind of, this Vesk maneuvers around him. Squeeze the handle of the gun to boost it, and then fire.
Oh boy, a boosted superior firepower shot. Oh no!
Oh!
no!
Haha!
Bye.
Farewell.
That's insta-death, isn't it?
They have more than that crit gauge, but rolling that boost twice, that is what, 31? That is 40. You're telling me you did 42 damage with that?
I'm telling you I did 42 damage with him. The best part is that's not even close to what I can do max.
Yeah. Well, I have some good news for you. This Vesk drops to the ground, unconscious, because you did exactly the right amount of damage with your critical hit.
Nice.
It went a little like this. Ketch standing there getting ready, like this thing gets up in his face. He has to step back, and he's like, "All right, Marath, we got this." And then Marath just kind of floats away in the direction.
Just vaguely
like,
floats away into the sky.
Ketch just kind of like, "All right, I'll do it myself."
Good luck, Catch.
and then with the power of spite on his side, he got a crit. And just shoots this Vesk like right in the face.
Woof! And that Vesk goes down like a ton of bricks. So that is going to be their turn. Your turn, rather. We go on to Vesk the Orange, finding her two fellow Jun assassins dropped. She is going to continue weaving through the tables. Who does she want to move towards, though? We will roll again. Antinuna Odd. Gus even. Antinuna Odd. So move towards Antinuna in a tricky fashion. Because you seem to be the one calling the shots right now, even if you're not doing a whole bunch. So she figures, if nothing else, she's going to get like an emotional edge on the rest of the party if she does damage to you. So
I see.
we're going to stab you.
No.
Good.
Gus is going to multi-class soldier and take Wrath Warrior.
All right. Oof. A 26, a 10 versus your CR, which beats rather. So that'll be a trick. You're flat-footed versus this 26, which didn't even flat-footed, but you're going to take a total of 13 points of piercing damage.
Oh, joy.
Joy. So weaves through the tables and, shoulders through a couple people and just grabs you by the shoulder and stabs you with a survival knife.
Yeah.
Sloane Rider.
All right.
Well, hopefully this is upsetting to my teammates.
Very. Because yeah, we're gonna trick attack that one. Don't you dare stab my auntie.
I love how Gus is almost 3 times your age, and he calls her his grandma, and she's your aunt.
Well, that's definitely gonna trick. I think I need one of those rerolls. Let's double gave us a new one. I think it needs to happen.
Oh yeah! Wow,
Oh,
I did
yeah.
not see the trick attack.
So I will use that. Okay, a new D20. Come on, new D20. Be an 8.
That might do it. 8 plus 8 is 16.
16 versus flat-footed EAC.
Oh yeah. These little vests, absolutely. So that is the total of 19 points of fire damage.
19 points of fire damage.
And they are. She is flat-footed
Until the start of my next turn. Yep.
Wonderful.
And Sloan will back up just a smidge, to stand by catch, because heck, getting caught in all these grenades.
Yeah, that's fair. So this Drow Enforcer, meanwhile, is going to step around the table to get a clear line of sight at Gus, and take a shot with an azimuth laser rifle.
No.
23 versus your EAC.
That will hit.
Well, good news, it's only 3 points of damage.
It is.
And bad news, it's the Minda's turn. And she has more shurikens, believe it or not. So she draws a shuriken.
I imagine 9 more.
Yeah, you might imagine, you have a very good imagination. So...
I suspect that this is the one Tom built. Shurikens, like Ava.
Just copy.
Disarming shurikens is not very satisfying, I tell you what.
No, yeah, especially when she's got 8 more in her pockets.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. So she is going to just stand there and do what she does and huck another shuriken at Gus, I think. Here it comes. Ooh. I do beat your CR with a 6 on the trick attack total. So you are flat-footed, which I feel is going to be important because she got a 20 to hit your KAC flat-footed.
I am flat-footed, so my KAC would be 19.
Ooh, there it is. So please take a total of 25 piercing damage, Gus.
Nice.
How much did you say? I'm sorry.
25.
5.
So I'll take 20 instead. Thank you.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah, we could like negotiate that. I'd like to.
I didn't know that was
give some points
allowed.
back.
I have enhanced resistance versus piercing.
Yeah, he spent a whole feat on it. All right, we're at the top of the
I'm
round.
Gus, and I take useful feats.
Maria.
Wrath definitely feels really strongly about this whole hair thing. They'll fly a little bit higher up to try to avoid more bad breath. And maybe float over Gus protectively. And then, try to mess up her hairdo again. Bane of hairstylists everywhere.
Oh, you should take ranks in profession hairstylist.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a Spathine hairstylist. That'd be interesting.
19 versus KAC?
That is going to meet.
Yay! I mess up her do.
Her dude. So what condition are you applying with this?
Blind.
Blind. The best of all conditions for Dirty Trick to apply.
It is, yeah. I don't know why the other ones are even on there.
Really, yeah. So you are going to blind her until she spends some kind of
A
action.
move action, yeah.
Okay.
However, but she's an operative.
Yeah, move
So unless
action
she
is
is-
longer for an operative to have to spend.
Yes.
Yes, it's all coming together now. Let me put a token. So she tokens when she tokens. The ninja. Gus, you're up.
I'm still flat-footed, right? It's until her turn, right?
Yes.
Sorry, it's been a bit. Maria, keep Deminda herself busy. I'm helping Auntie. Gus just
Deminda herself.
slides forward, throwing the other Vesk off of his drill, and then tries to put that said drill into their companion aggressively.
Pretty horrifying.
It's an understatement.
Oh,
Very
poop.
horrifying.
Poop.
Yeah, that's no good.
How many
Johnny,
plus
the-
ones do we have left, and how many would it take to hit them?
Well, you tell me how many plus ones you got, and I'll tell you how many I need.
We have 5, 10. We have 10 plus 1s and 1 plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay. So,
Plus 4.
Unless we save some of these plus ones.
Well, we're not rolling
Uh,
over is the thing.
yeah, so if you give
Well, I have
me,
everything that I need to do.
well, for the paltry price of 3 plus 1s, I will give you this hit. If that is what the crew would like to do.
Do it.
All right, yeah, I'll do it. And then deal 19 points of piercing damage as this drill just digs into their flesh, illuminating their blood with a purple glow.
All right.
Oh, that sounds intense.
Yeah, it's super metal. So that vest does not look good. If this were D&D 4th edition, she would be so beyond bloody. So we are on to Auntie Nuna.
Oh,
All
also
right.
regenerate a little bit.
This is a time limit.
Auntie Nuna's gonna take a guarded step back. 'Cause that's what she do. And she's gonna, well, again, I mean, like every time she targets somebody, they're dead by the next round. So
Basically calling it an orbital strike, really.
yeah, basically.
Now that one. And that one.
That's Ketch's
Wow.
middle name. Don't wear it out.
All right,
Alright.
everyone.
Well, very likely.
That's what they
Alright,
call them on the
everyone.
racetrack. Catch orbital strike.
Yeah,
And she gestures to this one. And so
Okay.
they're getting.
they are now get-emmed and flat-footed. She is not long for this world. So, speaking of, Catch.
All right. Ketch is going to do a thing. God. The setup. All right. So Ketch, he kind of looks over at Sloan. He's kind of like, just like, Watch my back. Runs up here, jumps up onto this table here, aims over Gus's head, and with a standard action, you guys kind of see his eyes and like the carvings in his horns kind of start to glow this weird bluish color. And that's all I got for right now.
That's a new one.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
excited
All right, no
for this.
spoilers, Good. All right, cool. So that's what Catch does. Begins to glow. Catch begins going Super Saiyan, so that should only take another 3 hours or so.
It's like
and
5 episodes later.
Yes. This Hafrigex Jun is going to, I guess, stab Catch, who just ran up. Catch or Gus? Gus looks pretty intimidating too, so Gus is even, Catch is odd. Because what Catch just did was odd. Gus! All right, we're going to stab Gus. Never mind. The dice have decided. Trick.
The real threat.
The trick goes off. 23 versus your KAC, flat-footed, for 10 points of piercing damage. Oh, no, this is slashing.
Ow.
Did I have one? Oh, no, I got it right.
I'm out of stamina.
Oh.
What we like to hear.
Oh,
what
wait,
I like
no,
to-
I'm not. I have 3 because I had temporary hit points.
You tease. All right, that's fine. So, Sloan, we're on to you.
All right. Shoot the one that's get-emmed. As one does. See if we can get another trick. Oh no!
That's okay. I'll stop you right there. 8 points of damage is more than she had left. So
Oh,
that is
well,
that best.
in that case. And then I'll move to get a better line of sight on the other two. Yeah, right here. In front of Nuna. Stepping in front of her protectively.
Aw.
Okay. And we are on to Drow Enforcer, who it's just a shooting gallery of targets here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna shoot the big weird cloud of bugs in the air that's messing with her boss's hairdo.
I'm so high up in the air. How did she even see me? In stealth games, enemies never look up.
Yeah, well, this is a drow. You always check the darkest corners of each room because you're the drow, right? Strategy.
Yeah, they do come from underground.
I'm going to shoot you with an azimuth laser rifle, and it's going to miss anyway. That's a 14 versus your EAC. So,
Easy peasy.
yeah.
Just make it. We roll into a donut shape and it goes right through.
You've been practicing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Dominga is going to do a thing. She is blind. I kind of hate that. Man. How long does this blind last? Until I spend an action to get rid of it?
Or a round, probably. I'll double check.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend the action and throw a shuriken at donut-shaped Maria and hope to not score a basket unit goal. Dominda. Oh, it's a 29 versus your KAC for
You
10.
do not score a point.
No, but I do score 10 points of slashing damage.
Agreed.
Is it slashing or piercing?
Oh, it's rolling tactical knife for wait.
It doesn't matter for Marath.
Yeah. Oh, it would be piercing. I clicked the tactical knife that she owns, which also, funnily enough, has the thrown weapon property, but it's 3 higher becomes a 32 to hit Mariah's KAC. It's even better for 10 points piercing. And we move on to Mariah.
Thanks.
Am I no longer flat-footed though?
You are no longer flat-footed.
Yay!
Small blessing. What does Mariah do?
Oh, Marath will just keep on messing with her hairdo. Because I can't disarm her shurikens, and I've invested 2 feats in this stuff. Bam! No more! Bam! I screw her hair up again. Actually, I think 18 hit last time.
19.
Was I
You
one
need a
off?
+1. Take a +1.
Can I get a
Simon.
+1? I take a +1. We have so many.
So many ones. And with that, she is blind once more. Notably, y'all haven't done a single point of damage to this drow enforcer assassin lady.
She's just not as
Well,
interesting.
Yeah. She didn't go after, you know.
Also float over here.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing going after the ads. I'm just saying. She's got a long.
We're
long
coming.
You're gonna bring her down.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Tom. Her time will come.
I worry about much, but this I do not worry about. Gus, it is your turn.
I recover 2 stamina and generate myself 3 temporary hit points. And then I step up to Dominda herself. In the process, sort of slanting my drill down into the side, allowing that Vesk's body to just slump to the ground, pooling in its own blood. And then I lunge forward aggressively with my drill, hopefully hitting her.
And she's blind, so flat-footed.
Catch, as you're doing that, says, a little to the left.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thanks, bud.
But
All
I
right.
miss.
You do miss. You
I'm
do
saving
do
those
that.
+1s for catch, though.
All right. That's fine. You gotta miss sometimes, right? You do. Rerolls you got. I'm not seeing the.
We are out of rerolls at the moment.
No, we just got one from.
Or did we?
From
Okay.
Cat Ninja.
We did.
So, yeah. Again, similarly, if you want to save that for catch as well, that's fine.
I wanna
But
save
I just
it.
want to point it out. All
If
right.
what
We
Ketch
do
is
have a
doing is-
lot
if-
of +1s.
If Ketch is doing what I suspect
many.
he's doing, I want it to succeed.
We still have 7,
Yeah,
8.
I appreciate you all.
We have 8 with clues.
All right. Well, if not now, you'll get another chance to use them. Auntie Nuna, it is your turn.
All right, which one do we want me to target first? Yeah, since we're beating up on her, yeah. All right, everybody. She gestures, you know.
Yeah.
And what else can she do?
You can
Like
get
you
them
do.
2 people, just in case.
Oh, I could. Oh, can I at this level? I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool. Sure, she get them. She get them both.
Get them both.
All right. Cool.
Oh my gosh. She's got so many hands. I always remember. So she uses an upper arm to point to one of them and a lower arm to point to the other one, and the other 2 are doing, I don't know, something.
Knitting.
Holding a gun,
Knitting.
maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
Guns, yeah.
knitting. Yeah.
Oh,
I
God.
like the idea of holding a gun.
Catch. The
Oh,
moment
man.
we've all been waiting for, apparently.
I just hope I didn't hype it up too much. All right,
You did.
with get him on the main lady here, and let's see, gonna look her up and down, find her weak points with a move action, and then he looks at her and he says, "Hey, catch." All of the power pours, like the glowing energy pours out of his eyes and pours into the gun, and it fires. And yes, I probably need 1+1 to make that an 18 to hit EAC.
You need 2 +1s.
1 to hit EAC.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, so just 1+1. Oh, and I forgot,
Alright.
I'm of course also doing this as a standard action with the boost weapon boost special property, so I'm rolling an additional 1d6.
And then you spend a move action to analyze for superior firepower.
Yes, that is already included in the attack
Yeah.
roll. I rolled a 1 on the attack die there.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you don't get the boost. Also takes a move action to
No.
add. Yeah.
So. Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of my other boost that I don't have yet. You are right.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So, still a very respectable amount of damage. Some would say a crazy amount of damage on a not crit. 26 points of sonic damage from
Sonic damage. Yes.
almost as if this weapon was supercharged or something.
Yeah, almost like we used supercharged weapon spell.
Very, very cool.
Yeah,
All right.
that was my level 5 feat. I dipped for Technomantic Dabbler.
Very cool.
How many times
I
per
like
day?
That's once per day, so that's why I was so concerned about making this work.
Save your rerolls for that one. Got it.
Yep.
2 at 6th level, though, which is pretty nice. Pretty immediate payoff there.
Like the sides of the gun, like after the shot's fired, the sides of the gun open up and it vents a bunch of steam, and like his horns are kind of like smoldering.
I like to imagine, because it's a sonic weapon, that it just sort of like the vents open up and it just sort of like screams.
Yes, no, the vents open, yes, and it's steam, but it's also like just a very faint, but the gun is screaming.
Yes. I apologize, podcast listeners, or anybody listening in earbuds right now. I hope that wasn't too loud. Sloan Rider.
I think it maxed out before like it went through the internet because I didn't hear hardly any of it, so I think you're good.
Yeah, I'm adjusting our audio output capture down just a smidge.
No, that's fine. Discord sound cancel noise suppression is an interesting thing. It cancels out a lot of like my laugh and stuff like that too. I've noticed. Because I'm just such a boisterous guy. Sloan,
You are.
Boisterous.
for real.
Sloan will take a shot at the one with the mohawk down to the south there. Ooh, I'm betting her CR is less than 15, so that
You better
is
hope so.
20 versus flat-footed EAC for a total of 17 fire damage.
Okay, 17 fire damage. Woof. Yeah, I take back what I said about y'all not putting any damage on the board on Linda. So now, the Drow Enforcer, anything with your move action?
No, I'll stay here.
Okay, cool. Drow Enforcer is going to take a shot at this weird glowing tiefling that's standing on top of the table that shot her boss with a weird gun. With one hand, too. Just very heroic. 16 versus your EAC.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna hit. I still have my starting armor.
Fair enough. So that's going to be 2 points of fire damage. Tom, am just remembering that you're a tiefling, so that's
we
fine.
do.
That's fine.
You're just making me look cooler.
Yeah, it really does. It looks so cool as it just sort of like sizzles off of your like it hits you on the arm, your really big arm, and it just sort of sizzles off the really big arm.
Yeah.
Super cool. Okay, so Deminda is going to clear her eyes with another move action, and looking around, sort of seeing herself surrounded, is going to dash down this alleyway.
Hey, no, don't do that.
You could take an attack of opportunity, Gus, unless your drill is unwieldy, but you could with the horns.
Yeah, the drill is unwieldy, but I have one remaining horn left, and I will use it. Submit.
Oh, 27 to hit will, of course, be a hit for 14 points of piercing damage. All right, that is Deminda's turn. Marayoth, you are up.
So she didn't take the action to remove blindness?
No, she did. I just didn't take it off her turn.
Okay, and then she only had one move. That makes sense. And I don't think there's a... Sorry, it's inconvenient that she goes right before me because I don't have a lot of time to plan. I don't think there's a dirty trick that Oh no, entangled. Entangled slows, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Move at half speed.
Let's try that. Marayoth, 15 feet up, floats after her, getting just in range to entangle her. In this case, I guess like what's a good way to? Oh, I know, like maybe like pull, messing up like the legs of her pants.
Yeah.
Put your shoelaces together.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My farce comedy is way off. Obviously, Marayoth ties the shoelaces together with purple energy.
Yeah.
Assuming I roll
Perfect.
well enough.
This seems like a good use of your, unlimited cosmic powers.
Of course, yes. 27 is enough to achieve this.
Oh,
To be
God.
fair, I imagine it's how regular Simon would use unlimited cosmic power, anyways.
All
Yes,
right.
everyone knows. I'm famously mischievous.
Oh, yes. The
Famously.
most chaotic of this group, for sure.
Yes.
Okay, that brow is entangled. Spells the end for her, I think. Gus, it is your turn.
Gus is gonna keep on moving, and can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Keep on shining on me!
I was trying to get out of the way. Wait, I think I can get there. That might help you. I step there, move forward, step to the side, and I lunge. I lunge with my drill. They are get 'em. I need to activate that. Sorry. And whatcha?
Oh.
And that's the
Oh.
second crit of the game, folks.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Look what you did, Gus. You just murdered another one of my baddies. What a crit.
Yeah, I felt like this was one of them that we were trying to keep alive. Was it not? No?
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't remember
Well-
anyone saying anything about that. We were in a fight.
There are no mysteries here. We know why she is here.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
That's fair,
There's,
yeah.
there's really no mystery, is there?
So,
Is there?
Gus
Mm,
super duper just murks Deminda herself. Yes.
The drill. He lunges forward with the drill, and then we cut to just like a front shot of her like mid-stride running away, and the drill just bursts from her chest like a xenomorph, and it's just spinning, and there's this eerie purple glow and blood spraying everywhere, and she just slumps.
And then you
also-
see Gus's smiling, cheery face behind her.
Covered in blood. It's like, ah!
Am
I
I a
got
good
her!
boy?
The people that were running down this alleyway, for cover, scream even harder at this sight and continue running.
Everything's okay now.
Are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies? From a certain perspective, Auntie Nuna, it is now your turn.
Okay. Well, there's really only one thing to do, which is maintain this get 'em. So that's a move action, I guess. And man, does anyone want some healing?
I don't think anybody's taken damage. in
Oh
the last
right, this round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, here's what she'll do. She'll be like, one hand points at the person, and then her other hands will shoot. So let's
You're looking
see
at
how
just
that goes.
whoop, like swivels.
And that's a 24 to hit.
Whew. She doesn't shoot often, but when she does, she's often very good at it.
She has high dex.
That is going to hit for 8 points of fire damage. Nice cylindrical lens pistol, too.
Yep.
Okay. That is all of Auntie Nuna. We're on to Catch.
All right. Well, he's just gonna look over at this one, the remaining living being here, and I guess it's better to move action superior firepower at this point with a +5, just if I hit, and take a shot at her too. Shoot and then say, you can surrender if you want. Taking
You
a
say
page.
that as you murk her.
Dang it!
You have until this bullet gets to you.
Yeah. Act fast, not fast enough. That is another dead brow. As your bullet, you say, you can surrender if you want to. As your bullet hits her square in the forehead.
She can't hear it because I completely forgot this is how this weapon works. It encases her in sound and then resonates her to kind of pieces.
That's right.
It's really gross how it's described in the book.
Like a jelly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just kind of loses cohesion and kind of melts.
Yeah, so
Liquefied
definitely
in
not a
organ.
bullet.
Spiders probably love victims of this weapon.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm
Gross.
just imagining a giant arachnid using one now, and I don't like it. Well,
Well,
This is okay because we can come over to this one that I knocked out with perfect 2 hit point damage and wake him up if we have any questions.
they have she had a couple resolve points left, and by a couple I mean she actually only had one. So she's sort of stirring groggily and looks up at you and sort of bares her teeth.
That's just kind of pulls the swagger hand cannon and just kind of puts it in her mouth. He says, "Nah, no."
She her hands
who sent
slowly
you?
come up.
I feel like we know who sent you, but who sent you?
One guess.
Was it Sinjin? Mariah guesses from up above.
Yes, it was Lord St. John.
Was it because we took his ship?
It wasn't
Yes.
his ship. It was the galaxy ship, says Gus as he stomps up and he awkwardly kicks the body off of his drill.
Jeez.
She looks up at you all, from the floor. Yeah, yes, he was angry with you for betraying his trust, is what I heard. So he called in a few favors, tracked you all down. Been a while that we've been waiting here for you all to return, but yes, it was Sinjin.
Do you think he'll do it again?
She looks at you.
Listen,
Maybe he'll forget eventually.
You're gonna go back and tell Sinjin he's gonna leave us alone. Got it?
Oh yes, cross my heart.
That's motive.
Do you think he's gonna want this? And Gus just nudges the body of Deminder.
I'm just imagining. No, yeah, I heard everything. Got it. Best thing for everyone.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it 24? Is this drow believable?
It's a Vesk.
Vesk, believable.
Vesk is absolutely not going back to Sinjin. You know for a fact that if she does go back to Sinjin, she would be executed for not doing the job.
Fair enough. Well,
We'll have to send him a card.
In that case, we'll have to send you back in pieces.
She bares her teeth in the face of this execution.
no.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean-
no. Just hold on.
Yeah, Auntie Nuna gives a look.
We have plenty of
Don't
pieces
do
to
that
send.
here.
We don't need more.
We have an abundance of
You can have
peace.
some of this. You can have some of Deminda.
What are you all doing with this Vesk? Could just tie her up and leave her here.
Ketch just kind of looks at her and says, "You've seen what happens. If we see you again, we're not going to let you in." And he kind of motions with the gun just down the alleyway, like, "All right, go."
Wait. Drop your stuff.
Oh yeah. No, we want your gun and your knife.
Credits, please.
There is a fee for attempting to kill us now. I am instituting this policy.
It's your stuff. We just shake you down.
You get all of this in the chat. That
Get
is
charged.
technically
Like a reverse.
including Deminda's stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
You get charged 100% assets under management.
Yes.
So, all right. So she runs off down the alleyway in her, street clothes that she wears under her light armor, and you all have a bunch of loot. Probably be a good idea to get out of this specific location if you don't want to deal with the station police.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely leaving.
Gus is holding his drill that's covered in gore. He's like, shit. He finds a trash can and he sticks the drill in and spins it up real fast. Like when you're trying to clean off a paint mixer.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And then he reabsorbs his drill.
So
All
now
right.
it's just a blood-spattered interior of that trash can.
Yeah.
That's gonna throw the forensics team for a real loop. I tell you what. Jeez,
If none
Louise.
of them have worked in paint, then yes, probably.
All right. So what you get is 1 D2 Mark 1, 2 graphite carbon. I can't talk. 2 graphite carbon skins. 3 explorer hand coils with 2 batteries each. 3 times survival knives. 3 cred sticks with 1,300 credits on them each. 1. At least I'll double check on that each. That might not be right. It might be 1,300 total. 1 full punch card for a local augmentation shop that offers the bearer 25% off the next augmentation install.
I super like that.
Yeah.
And Catch, use that?
You can sort that out later.
We'll figure it out later.
You also have
fine.
a Lashunta Ringwear Mark 1 azimuth laser rifle with 4 batteries, 1 shock grenade left, and a standard tack lash. And then Deminda had on her Zeiserer Diffractor 1. At least I think it was 1. I might need to update that. Carbon Edge Shurikens. You find 10 around the area. A tactical knife, a Daywalker serum, and a personal comm unit.
Marath grabs that one of those D-suit ones.
There's only 1.
Oh, I thought you said there were 2. All right.
Nope, there's
Normie?
2 graphite carbon skins.
Yeah, but those are worse.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You all, I imagine, beat feet and get out of that area. Once you do, you have a comm unit from Deminda. Looking at it, you don't really see any numbers on it or any, saved contacts on it. However, there is 1 unlisted or 1 number unnamed in the call history.
Well, we probably don't need this. Throw it in the trash. No.
Can I use a computer's check to perhaps reverse look up this number?
I'm gonna say no. Not
Okay.
really. Yeah.
Probably to another burner phone.
Yeah. You could always
Call it
Yeah.
call it.
a button.
That's yeah. All right. Do you call this number?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's on the phone?
Slowness.
Okay. So let's see. The phone rings and rings and rings some more. Then finally picks up. Is it done?
Oh no. Did you really think it would be that easy?
So she failed. I must admit, I am surprised. Clearly, I underestimated you once more, Captain Sloan.
Yeah, you're making a habit of that.
Well,
Bad for your health.
I will be certain to send more assassins next time.
Well, if you want to throw your money down a bottomless black pit, go right ahead.
No, I don't think you quite understand, Captain Sloan. When you cross the Golden League, it doesn't just go away. You can't just... if you think me throwing money at these assassins is a problem, it is not, I assure you. This will not go away. This will only end in one of 2 ways.
Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots.
Oh, what are the 2 ways? Marath will say over her shoulder.
That false bravado, Sloan. That is... I recognize that. You take care of yourself, and make sure that you say hello to your auntie for me. And the phone clicks.
Sinister.
He didn't say what the 2 ways were.
Yeah, well, that was a waste of time. Throws the burner phone in the trash.
That's fair.
Boring conversation anyway.
I understood that reference.
I understood that reference.
Yeah. Hey. All right. So, we'll say so. Nuna, as you're, this whole situation being targeted by what's clearly Sinjin's goons, sort of the location brings back a memory from your distant past. You see a flash of a scared Isoki's face, a handsome drow, a dark alleyway leading to a darker basement. That's all you get, though, and you're back. The neon signs surrounding you blaring their silent advertisements.
Auntie Nuna, what does she do? Makes a mental note. She should reach out to some old friends.
Ooh.
If she still has any left.
All right. So, would you all like to continue on towards the contact's apartment complex?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, please.
All right. So, the contact. You make your way to a small apartment building, the address of which was given to you by Varen, your half-orc contact. You hand off the package, aka the crate, to a Gripply, who answers the door, wearing a large pair of goggles over his already rather large eyes. The effect makes him seem to be scrutinizing each of you warily the entire time, or rather, perhaps magnifies that fact, reality. He introduces himself as Torland, but you don't get much more out of him than that. He seems eager to dive into the crate, eyeing it as he tells you that he'll let Varen know that the goods have arrived in one piece.
Perfect.
Did we get our payment? I missed that. I apologize.
That's fine. I was going to say, you'll drift communication. The payment should be actually. I suppose Torland would probably be authorized to pay you for this. So Torland will authorize the payment, and you have 15 more BP in your account.
He Venmos
That
us.
for the sheet.
Of course. Don't want to leave loose ends. So, all right. So now that business is concluded, you want to head to this Ryogen's shop to sort of meet her. Cool. All right. So you get there. It's on the spike of Absalom Station, so it's not a very well-to-do neighborhood. But you arrive at the shop. Stepping inside, you see a very neatly kept shop. Shelves line the walls, though most of them are rather bare. There's a door that leads deeper into the shop behind the counter, from which you can hear the typical sounds of a repair shop, like an automotive repair shop kind of deal, a garage, if you will. You see no one in the shop, but there's a bell on the counter.
Auntie Nuna rings it.
You buzz
politely.
the bell.
She rings the bell politely but authoritatively.
Yes. The bell sounds a loud ring that you can hear sort of reverberating throughout the workshop. Soon after, a Kasathan woman comes through the door.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I see a lot of Kasathans, honestly.
Yeah. She looks at you, and this is what she looks like.
Oh. She has character art? Oh, man.
She has character art. So this is Mevisa Pau Ryujin. She studies all of you briefly and crosses her arms and says, "How can I help you?"
Tarika said you might be able to help us with some upgrades on our ship.
Ah, all right. Tarika sent you. Well, I wouldn't mind giving you the space in my shop. But she gestures around the shop. I don't have many parts left. My supplier is dragging his feet on getting me the latest shipment. I don't know why. Running real low on parts.
Well, if you could cut us a deal, I'm sure we could look into it for you.
Ah, that would be excellent. Brusque, to the point. I like it. Why don't we say 5,000 credits for services rendered, and I'll give you the space in my shop on top of it, and you'll have as much time as you need to perform repairs and upgrades.
Got yourself a deal. Where can we find this supplier?
It is another a sort of warehouse owned by an android by the name of Platform 2. Cargo is going to be real heavy, so do you all have some sort of power armor or load lifter armor upgrades, like anything like that?
We've got a couple of those lift. Gus, what are those things?
They're like grav jacks, I believe, something like that.
All right.
Also, Ketch has a real strong arm now.
Not strong enough.
So it's
She
only
eyes-
good for lifting my gun. I don't know about lifting cargo. Hold on.
She eyes his arm. Yes, I'm sure he's very strong. I'm talking about upwards of 20 bulk for this shipment. So,
Yeah, we've got those little like technology-made tensor floating disk things, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pallet jacks, effectively.
Yeah.
Friends, might I suggest we all pitch in for the 2,150 for a cargo lifter as well?
Yeah, why not?
If not now, soon.
Yeah,
it's not a
the
bad
thing.
idea for a shipping crew.
Yeah,
we might
yeah,
consider
so-
going in on that, but like I said, if not now, sometime soon.
In what way is that superior to the Tensor's floating disk device?
Can carry 20 bulk at once.
So it
Much
might
better.
speed up our unloading and loading times?
Plus, we
Yeah.
could get Auntie Nuna in it, and she could be like Ripley from Aliens.
Oh my
Do we need
gosh.
proficiency?
You take a -4 penalty to your AC while you're in it. But,
Not in combat, yeah.
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 So anybody can operate it. Just gotta not be drunk. And even then,
Or under the influence of certain medications
yeah.
until you know how they affect you.
But this
And make
is the
sure you've
only
got a
power.
good 8 hours of sleep beforehand.
But this is the only power armor that has these restrictions. You can wear like the giant gargantuan ones, drunk as heck.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
So
They have drunk counterbalances.
all right. So if you all discuss purchasing some cargo lifter power armor yourself, she says you should be able to get some of that over at Platform 2's. In fact, he's got all sorts of things over at his warehouse. So as long as you
So-
bring the credits, you should be fine.
So the game really wants us to go see Platform 2.
Oh, well, I mean, we could roleplay you going to another store, but I know the AP does say that Platform 2 has power armor that you can buy.
All right.
I'm not
Well, we'll see what
complaining.
we can do about getting your supplies. Is
All right.
there anything
you.
we should know about this supplier of yours? Is he likely to give us trouble?
Oh, no. In fact, it's quite unusual that he has been so unreliable lately. He's a good friend that I've been working with for some time. I haven't gotten a chance to check in with him. I just know that the shipment has been late. So,
Oh, happy to
Uh-oh.
check on it for you then.
thank you. All right. Make sure that you get all that equipment over here in good shape, please.
Of course.
Some valuable stuff. And all right, she'll send you off and with directions to Platform 2's warehouse. So you get there, and you do indeed find an android, towering android that lives up to the name of Platform 2. He's a hulking, bald android that looms over any of you, with yellow power lines crawling over his skin in the typical android fashion. He is happy to point out Ryogen's shipment for you all and says, "Yes, our shipment is right there."
Great.
Why
Cool.
was it delayed?
All my usual couriers are raising their rates, claiming something about hazard pay due to all the rats.
The rats.
Yes, I was confused as well.
Interesting.
Is that just slang for pirates?
Or
Can
are
we-
they all super racist and they're referring to Yosoki?
Luckily, it's not. Would you all, if you want to, you can make me a computers check to sort of look up, like do a search engine optimization for rats.
I rolled 5 and got a 19.
That is not enough.
Does Auntie Nuna want to try?
That's a 28.
Got it right on the nose.
Yay!
28, computers checked. 5.
That is a bit of a doozy.
It is, yeah. You come across a recent forum post complaining that the Electrovore menace aboard the station has gotten worse over the few months. Though it doesn't specify locations, just a general sense that the Electrovores are getting more aggressive than normal. Dismissive reply on this forum post states that most conduit rats turn tail once you give them a hard smack on the snout. The original poster notes, these didn't.
Life science.
Ah, yes. Everybody's favorite segment of the show. Maria knows
14, what is an Electrovore?
So you're familiar with Electrovores as
Lightning
very
rats.
large
Pikachus.
lightning rats that occasionally flap around. That's what you've got.
Pikachus.
Pikachu, sure. They're Pikachu in shape, form, and saying their name.
Got it.
They say Electrovore, Electrovore. So, all right. So that is what Maria knows about Electrovores. So, as was mentioned, Platform 2 will be happy to sell you a set of cargo lifter power armor for 2,150 credits.
We could do that.
Do you have any grass type
Can we talk
Pokemon?
him down?
You cannot talk Platform 2 down. I apologize, but you did just come into a windfall of like 30. I'm certain that it is correct. 1,300 credits per Vesk, so a total of 3,900 credits.
That's true.
You're not wrong.
Do we need power armor to move this, or is it just going to take forever?
That's a great question.
We have a truck and stuff like that. Like,
You have oh yeah. So I see what you're. Yeah. So let me describe the actual cargo. The cargo is, let's see, 5 crates, each weighing 5 bulk each. So each of you could theoretically carry 1 crate and probably be fine. You might be over encumbered, some of you, but what the load lifter cargo or power armor, a cargo lifter power armor would do is one person could operate it, carry 4 crates at once, and due to the specialized nature of the cargo lifter's arms, and then one person would have to carry 1 crate.
what about our pallet jack things?
Pallet jack things.
I think it was described that the truck came equipped with like those little hover jacks so that you could transfer cargo from the truck to storage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I guess you all probably do have one of those. In spite of the fact that the ship didn't so remember at the beginning of the AP you had one of those because it was company supplied, right?
Right.
That's why we're getting confused.
That begs the question though of how have you been doing these jobs up until this point, right? So you obviously bought something to move freight around.
Maybe they're just short range, right? Like usually we have the truck. And I guess maybe it's only useful from transferring things directly from the truck to the ship.
Maybe they draw power wirelessly from the ship or the truck or something like that.
Maybe.
Into that.
But what were those? Either way.
They were in the working for a living section of book 1. So it was like the extra stuff that the AP introduced near the armor and weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah. Where'd that go?
Equipment.
So I'm gonna look and see how much those were.
I don't know if it said. It was just like one clause that mentioned.
No, it definitely said.
Okay.
I think he said it was in the working for a living, not in the AP.
So, nope, this is the background. Galactic Trade. This is where it'll be, I think. Maybe. No.
I think it was specific to the description of the ship, because it's.
Yes, you're right. It was. So it wasn't in working for a living.
Oh.
Here it is. Hover cart, 250 credits. The hover cart looks like a small metal briefcase with a handle, but is operated via a wireless key fob. At the press of a button, the case unfolds and reshapes itself into a disc 3 feet in diameter that floats up to 3 feet off the ground. The disc can support up to 50 bulk and can be set to follow the key fob at a distance of up to 5 feet at a range or a speed of 30 feet per round. So really, all you need
Incredible.
is this 250 credit hover cart if you don't want some cool power armor.
Yeah, let's just get a hover cart.
That is
Sure.
reasonable.
Ketch looks at the shiny power armor and kind of just, oh.
Don't worry, Catch. One day.
Maybe if
gonna
we were a different class.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
day I'm
that's
gonna
funny.
get that feat.
This is a thing with writing for TTRPG systems that are slowly growing and expanding. Eventually, there are going to be scenarios like this where the AP writer was like, "Oh yeah, this will be an obstacle for them, right? And they're going to have to do something new." But you all have this level 1 item that is way cheaper than the level
Yeah.
4 solution. But that's okay. I'm not going to begrudge you because you all were smart and thought of something. So
We don't have anybody who's like gonna wear power armor, so it would be
yeah, exactly.
At
Yeah.
least not now, and definitely not that power armor.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say there's no reason to wear load lifter power armor in any instance.
Yeah,
it is a
real
really
bad.
it is a really great way. Like if you had someone in your party who's planning to be a power armor user, like if we're level 5, now is exactly the time when you would want to pick it up. Like
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
thinking about that.
it's right where it should be.
Yeah. So, let's see. Let's go. Sorry, I'm just distracted by Twitch chat. Tom the Handmade things. That's now canon. Tom Ninja. What did I make into canon?
The Electrovores having to repeat their
Electrovores.
names.
Oh, I see. And then I was told that I'm using the old school sheet. I don't remember which old school sheet I would be using. But regardless, you'll get your your dollies from the ship, or dolly. You only need one here, really.
Yeah.
And
And we loaded up with some boxes,
yeah.
and we go to take it back.
All right.
I'm sure
So
I'm sure this goes just swimmingly, and we make it back with no
There are-
trouble whatsoever.
And there
Don't
are
be
no
ridiculous.
Electrovores.
Something has to happen.
Yes, I'm sure there are
So-
no Electrovores.
No Electrovores, definitely not foreboding at all. So you get the cargo, and I scroll back to my proper place in my notes. You begin heading down back towards Ryujin's workshop with 5 crates of 5 bulk, each on a dolly. You head down a corridor that seems to have less foot traffic than normal. Eventually, you find yourselves to be the only ones traveling down it. Goes on for about a mile or so without you seeing another soul walking either direction. But this is the path that Space Google Maps has you getting back to Ryujin's the quickest.
Spoogle send you the weirdest ways.
It really does. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to get sidetracked, but I had an instance of Spoogle sending me the weirdest way. Anyway, at just about the moment where it occurs to you that this is in fact a little weird, the door to the corridor behind you slams shut. At the same time, the vents to either side of the hallway burst open around you. Out of them emerge these creatures. Yes, guessed it. I tricked all of you, obviously, with my clever ploy. It is the Electrovores. And I'm going to show...
How
Look
unexpected.
did that show up on your screens?
No, we're on the wrong map though. Probably.
We are.
Oh, I see. Okay, so let me...
Yeah, so if you did a ship Z, we can't see.
Right, I just got to make sure that everything is set on this side of the map. Let me move you over to the right side.
Oh no, Electrovores!
Oh no, Electrovores!
Electra.
Your son but
Electrovore.
another trail.
Cute.
Yes, they say Electrovore, Electrovore. Yes, you could have spent 10 minutes to get your stamina back, of course.
Oh, thank
This is what an
goodness.
Electrovore looks like.
Yeah.
They are indeed tunnel rats. So, with that, we're going to need an initiative roll, my friends. As these Electrovores. Also, I'm going to need somebody to take responsibility for the dolly, who has it sort of, following them around.
Nose goes.
Whoops, didn't mean to shift right click there for you.
Come on, you piece of poop. 18.
Who won those guys?
Tom, I need you to change my initiative.
I see. Why is that?
Well, I rolled an 18, but I apparently didn't have my token selected, even though I was just changing my information in there.
I see.
So I rolled it again.
Okay.
Instead of getting higher and not saying anything, I rolled lower, so I said something.
There's two catches in the initiative tracker right now. One has a 0 and one has an 18.04.
I deleted the one that was a 0 because I misunderstood the situation.
Ah,
So nice. The initiative twice.
4 Electrovores appear out of the vents, and we are going to. So, who is carrying the dolly? And by carrying, I mean attached to the dolly.
I feel like it would probably make sense.
It can be attached to Catch.
Okay.
Okay.
Not
It's
Catch.
just a matter of holding a fob. Catch would volunteer for this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. We put
Catch will
Catch
be-
in charge of the dolly.
The dolly will be behind Catch, and I'm not going to draw that. It's just within a 5-foot radius of Catch at any given point. No reason for that in particular. Sloan Rider, it is your turn.
Oh, well, I'm going to trick an orange Electrovore. I am. Oh,
Ooh, the
Heck.
wrong natty 20.
yeah. How rude. These things don't have that many. They'll die soon enough. I suppose we have a reroll.
Sure.
Actually, should I use it, guys? Since I rolled a 1, we're getting near the end.
Yeah.
Sure.
Go for it.
Leif has
Got
already
20 minutes.
used their once per day.
There we go.
Yep. Do the thing.
That's gonna hit.
That is much better, yes. For a total of
Orange Electrovore for 13 points of fire damage, and it's flat-footed
Alright.
until the start of my next turn.
13 points of damage. Slams into this Electrovore. Sorry, I'm getting some echo from someone.
Yeah, I've heard it a couple of times too.
It's coming from Leif. I apologize, Leif.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. There it is. All right, so that was Sloane's turn. We go on to Gus Barrett Sinclair.
Gus, you mind not running in there just for a second? I have a thing, a boom.
Sure, I'll just delay. Gus gets ready to run.
Okay. Gus holds his turn until after Catch. Marayoth.
Marayoth will had fun with Entangle last time, so Marayoth will try to tangle up the feet of Orange, who is also flat-footed, so this is easier.
That it is.
Ooh, 13 is probably not good enough versus KAC. Flat-footed KAC?
Flat-footed KAC, that is going to be enough.
Yes.
Yes.
Flat-footed and entangle-footed.
Oh, gosh. Knit, of course. Catch. Onto you.
All right.
And sorry,
Catch.
move action to add saving throw, the gravitic thing.
Sure.
All right. Catch aims with his gun with one hand, but then the maze core activates and it kind of changes, transforms into a rather menacing looking grenade launcher, and then Catch fires right at this intersection. Should hit all 3 of them. I can't find the radius.
That would probably be because we don't have it in here because we don't have
Oh, I'm
spellcasters.
thinking of the other game.
Yeah, we don't have spellcasters in this game. Who needs radii?
You have a grenade launcher in this game. Either way, it's
Yeah.
gonna hit. It's gonna hit.
What's
It's
the
a
radius?
15-foot radius.
That will catch red, orange, and that's it. If you go
Uh,
here, 15,
Yeah, looks like
not
it's.
red. Okay, so you'll get everybody but red with your grenade. That is the best option.
I will. That's the one I was aiming at. So it doesn't hit red. It hits
No,
these
because
two
that's a
corners.
20 foot.
Oh, that's
Not
funny.
that one.
That's 20.
Whatever. This is why we need the radius thing. All right, I accept this. But either way, reflex saves from those 3, or they take max damage for that grenade. That's nice.
That's spicy.
And that is going to the DC is 10 plus 2.
I'll stop you right there. The lowest I
four.
rolled was an 18.
Okay, well, 18's going to make it.
Orange is a
Alright.
-2.
That's true. Orange rolled a 21. So it becomes a 9. That's okay. Still 6 points of piercing damage.
Oh, So here's a funny thing. Saves for my gun are calculated as 5 higher. Just being
Why?
5 higher because it's... Oh, but the grenade launcher doesn't count as... Okay, never mind. Moving on.
Yeah, also I think you might be thinking of item level is counted as 5 higher.
I will
Not
go back and
increase.
find the text for you and send it to you so we don't take up too much more time since we're getting close to the end here.
Of course. Gus.
Yeah. I am going to do the normal thing. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna run up real high to the side, and then I'm gonna come in like this to stay out of Catch's way. And then I'm gonna use my one good horn and just try and hit that Electrovore.
All right.
22 versus KAC for 13 piercing damage.
That'll do it. Okay, so that was Gus's turn. Electrovore the blue is going to, let's see. How fast am I as an Electrovore? I'm fast enough for this. We'll go right here. And I have this ability. Go ahead, Auntie Nuna, and oh, did I really not? I didn't include the radius on this ability. Because this Electrovore is going to electrical discharge, sending out a burst of electricity in a radius around it. Auntie Nuna and Ketch, go ahead, roll me those reflex saving throws.
Oh joy.
That's my best save. That's a 22.
Yay! Auntie Nuna got a 23.
Auntie Nuna always got a 1-up catch.
Oh yeah, totally.
You both are jerks. No, I mean, you both made it. That's what I meant. And with that, you're going to take 3 points of electricity damage. And all right, we move on to, oh, it's still my turn because this is Electrovore Orange, who is entangled and will just sort of limply move down the station corridor, but can't do much else than that, except, I guess, they'll get a little bit closer. And that is Orange's turn, because of that entangled ability.
Hey.
Red is going to tit for tat attack Gus
No.
with a tail slap. Gus, a 24 versus your KAC is going to be a hit.
Holy crap.
And please take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
8.
And we are on to Auntie Nuna.
Auntie Nuna will take a guarded 5-foot step back. And she's going to toss... She has 1 frag grenade left.
Oh.
She's going to use it. Let's see. So it has a... Sorry, I'm getting reverb. It's got a 15-foot radius. So I want to be able to catch blue and orange without hitting my friends. Where do I need to
do
aim?
that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So they both need to make reflex saves. That is a pretty good save for these Electrovores. 25 and a 22 will clear the DC. Those frag grenade Mark IIs are really good, though. That is a big pupper. So these Electrovores are going to take 5 points of piercing each. You actually managed to knock out Orange. And by knock out...
Yeah, it's a rat.
Yeah.
Here's your update. Oh, she's a big one.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hello.
Oh,
She doesn't understand how much we want to see her and
They have
how
so much
adorable she
energy.
is.
Yeah, I bet. All right. Let us go on to Electrovore the Green, who is going to move over to, let's see. go over to Sloan and attack Sloan with another
Rude.
tank. We'll go with the electrical discharge, actually. So Morayoth and Sloan, please make me a reflex saving throw.
No thanks. Oh, 15.
Both of you will clear it, and we are going to go for 3 points of electricity damage once more for that half save.
I laugh. We laugh.
Sloan,
Pronouns are hard.
Yeah, I don't take any electricity damage.
yeah, that's fair. Your rebuttal, Sloan.
I'll step back and trick it.
You. I forget how. Never mind.
What?
I forget how flat-footed for operatives work. Does he? If you trick attack him and he's prone, do you even have to step back?
Not prone.
Sorry, flat-footed.
Trick attack for flat-footed happens after the movement.
I mean, it's either that or I'm gonna throw away my movement. So
So
I mean-
that is
Oh, you have quick trick. Yep.
I have a quick trick, so
Yep.
it's not a big deal.
17 points of fire damage on that Electrovore, which goes down.
Sweet.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
my turn.
All right, Morayoth.
Rayoth will focus a flurry of purple bolts at blue. Uh, 13 versus EAC.
Gonna be a miss.
Okay, so just 9 damage.
Wait. We're very close to the end. Do we have any +1s left?
Oh, we have so many +1s left.
Use them.
Use
How many
on.
+1s do I need, Tom?
Just the one.
Just the one.
Nice.
This is the last one from Drunk
All
Fat
right.
Ninja.
Thank you, DFN. 19 damage.
That's a dead Electrovore. All right. So we are left with one Electrovore left on the field.
Excellent. Ketch will swing the weapon around, aim it towards that last Electrovore, as he does, using a move action to change it back into the other weapon.
So cool.
Right. So cool, so cinematic, and then fires for 21 to hit for 7 sonic damage.
21 to hit for 7 sonic is going to hit. Still up.
Didn't get to boost anything this time around. That's all I got.
Move actions are precious.
They really are. Gus, it is up to you.
All right. I manifest very rapidly my spinning purple and teal drill and try and just push it into the core of this creature.
That's a dead Electrovore.
Oh,
Woo, indeed.
Electrovores. No problem.
We are the grass type Pokemon.
Yes, you are. All right.
We're
so
ground type. These are electric flying.
I thought grass was good against electric too.
Oh, I don't
it's
know.
resistant to electric.
Uh,
So yeah, no, it's fine. Your connection was valid. So why don't you go on and continue down this hallway and make me a life science check while you're doing it.
No
I will
pressure.
continue. Will not make a life science check.
Oh no!
I was too focused on the card, I guess.
Rayoth is excellent at knowing all types of fauna.
Oh dear.
So Morayoth, you're not sure, but these Electrovores seem more aggressive than normal, possibly spurred on by an outside influence.
Mm.
These Electrovore were aggressive. Also, they were the door behind us closed at the beginning of this, and we do not think that they could do that. This
It is
is
still closed, in fact.
oh yes, this is sabotage or an assault ambush by people.
And I think on Morayoth saying sabotage, I think that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Wow.
There is more to come in this corridor. However, we are closing up on 4 o'clock my time, and better to cut it off now than to cut off mid-combat.
Of course.
I mean,
Fair enough.
what? Who said combat? More combat?
Mhm.
There couldn't
Oh.
be. Most certainly not.
No
Couldn't
combat
be.
whatsoever. Hugs.
Hugs and butterfly kisses. So
Ice cream
definitely,
parlor.
yes. So as always, a new Cosmic Crit episode should be dropping tonight. Jet, what's happening this Thursday?
Ideally, we're gonna continue exploring Space Fortress Rannick, and possibly you're gonna fight a Goost and a Spraka Ghost.
Spoilers.
A goose?
Is
that like-
We did talk about this at the end last
Okay.
week.
Yeah,
a goose ghost?
it was a Goose Ghost. People kept calling it a Goost in chat, I believe, or Nick called it a Goost.
It is in fact a Goost.
And it became an Aspraka Ghost.
All right.
He's so terrifying, man.
Yeah. So thank you as always to Leif for running our audio through Groovy, the musical Discord bot. Leif, who do we have this week?
Oh yeah. So this week we are thanking again Riddiman and White Bat Audio and Relax Cafe Music, as well as this time around Unwind Station, all on YouTube, 100% free, all 100% awesome. As always.
I would agree. Our fantastic character art was done by Enicola. She is at ENECOLA on Twitter. Hit her up. She's, I believe, still taking commissions currently. And if not, she's still really cool to follow.
She is. I have commissioned another art.
Ooh, what is it?
Ooh.
It's the Bruneri that sang "Achy Breaky Heart" during the Cosmic Crit show we were on.
Yeah. Love it. Thank you to Paizo. I'm sorry, Leif, could you mute? Only because, yeah, you and I seem to be echoing today for some reason. Thank you to Paizo for the wonderful AP, and specifically, Tom didn't update his closing notes. Specifically, of course, Joe Pacini. Joe Pacini, the man who gave us the Vanguard, my favorite class. So thank you to Joe Pacini for writing Book 3, Professional Courtesy. Nick, thank you for our stream assets. Today, thank you, Jet, for running the stream. And thank all of you, my wonderful players and friends, for being here, being my friends, being my players. And finally, thank all of you for joining us today. I really have a blast running for you all. I think this is a great crew, a great cast of characters, and I'm honored to be here. So join us afterwards in Discord to chat and shoot the flame with us, ask questions, hear behind the scenes stuff, etc., etc. And at that, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody.
And Jet, take us into the drift.
And we're out.